read. I thought I gave myself plenty of time, and I still couldn't. I still couldn't get everything done that I wanted to get done. We make sure to link it in the server and everything. As we begin here. Let me also expand this a little bit. Let's make that a little better. No, get the image. Oh, what about the text? So let the text. Let me move the text a little. Gift the text. Okay, and I should change the little I should change some stuff around with the chat box. I like the gray background, but we gotta change it up a little bit. At some point, I gotta change it up a little bit. I mean, you know what? Right at the start, right now, we can do it. God, what is it called? That's Streamlabs. Stream Elements. Stream Elements and Streamlabs. Stream Elements. I can real quick go into my thing and then change it so that the text is black, so it's black on the gray instead. Which should be significantly better. It do not be looking great. Okay, stream, chat, text settings. There we go. Look at that. Save. Saved. And then hopefully it should update. It should erase it all, and then it should start coming out correctly. From here, then it should be okay. I should be able to do that. I'm just gonna look over the video. I'll get to it. I'll fix it. And I still have to find this and then link this onto the Discord. There. That's set. Goodness gracious. There, we'll drop it there as well. Okay. Now we're finally all set. So, alright, everything A-okay. Got to type something. Schnurp. And hopefully that'll show up as Schnurp, and it'll show up on the text and it'll be correct. It'll be the right color and everything will work. Okay, it does. Nice, awesome. Alright, so what we just went through in the OS 4 to 6, Victoria is really trying to take over. Ducacaster's being a bitch like she always is. Ratatus fucking dies. So I guess now it's been explained to me now why she's not playable. That's unfortunate. And Carolyn may well be a Victorian spy, or at least informant, so I don't really like her anymore. Yeah, she's another Rhine Lab character, but not only may she be an informant of Victoria, but she is Victorian in origin. And that is a pretty big birth defect, being British. But now here, this is like the Grand Elder, and they brought Enciotis, aka Silver Ash, in because they think he's got some sussy involvements, and they want to basically bring him before the Vinebead Court and give him a piece of their mind. Which he is a suspicious bastard. Whether he has done what they're accusing him of or not, you can't really blame him, because he is a suspicious bastard. Now we can start. Hopefully we can finish the whole thing in about, what, 4.5 hours? I'm gonna be disc golfing with friends, so hopefully I can finish before then. I think we can, but we'll have to get started if we want to, so.
You finally come, Otis.
Naturally, I would not dare refuse an invitation from the Vinebead Court. Great Elder Adso.
If I remember correctly, it shouldn't take very long to get from the Silver Ash domain to the Vinebead Court.
To be summoned to the Vinebead Court is a matter of great importance. As I stand accused of improper dealings with Victoria, I had to make ample preparations to prove my innocence.
Well, without further ado, Sir Otis, please come inside so that we may discuss this further.
One moment, please. I have to do something very suspicious. A large convoy of vehicles pulls up to the center of the Vinebead Court.
Silver Ash, what is the meaning of this?
Are you not investigating the ties between Carlin Trade and Victoria? I had someone compile all the documents related to the last decade of business dealings between Carlin Trade and Victoria. It's quite the voluminous collection, so much that we had to fill several trucks. Great Elder Adso, if it interests you, please take your time to read through it.
Good. Very good. Unload everything, then tell your people to leave.
I'm afraid I can't do that.
What is the meaning of this, Otis?
It is true that as of late, Kjerag has had to weather great turmoil. Undoubtedly, Victoria has been at the heart of many of these incidents. Indeed, our troops have discovered evidence of contact between the Vinebead Court and Victorian spies.
Empty accusations. Without proof, what right do you have to investigate the Vinebead Court?
Investigate? I would never dream of such a thing. However, the Vinebead Court has accused me of colluding with Victoria, and so I am here. By my command, nobody is to leave the Vinebead Court today until Great Elder Adso and I reach a conclusion.
Yes, sir! We fucking back!
The boys from the first fucking Kjerag event. The fucking awesome gamers. The Sagada. It's like a Swiss thing, right? It's like a Swiss legend. Yeah. I think the Silver Ashes are representative of like the Alps. So that would make sense. Now then. Great Elder Adso.
We've never talked like this before.
I've hardly even seen you on my past visits to Vinebead Court, let alone spoken with you. I've heard many clerics that you've spent years in seclusion, studying the scriptures in the Hall of Writings, never concerning yourself with temporal affairs. Seems you've come to handle the affairs of the Vinebead Court with ease.
The only thing I've done over the years is ensure that Kjerag follows the path she ordained. Moreover, we stand at a critical junction concerning our survival. Should the Vinebead Court stand by and watch him drag Kjerag into the abyss, Kashmir's Victoria or any other foreign power to devour us, we're not the king of Kjerag, Sir Otis.
Thank you for the admonition, Great Elder. If Kjerag were to have a king, it could only be her. If there are diplomatic errors the Vinebead Court wishes to correct, then Carlin Trade will do our best to cooperate. However, there is one question that puzzles me, for which I seek your guidance. How exactly is the Vinebead Court negotiating with Victoria? Is it using all of Kjerag as a bargaining chip? I always find it interesting how in a lot of a lot of gacha games, they'll still refer to like a female monarch of a kingdom as a king and not a queen. And I think if I remember correctly, it's because in like some languages like Chinese and Japanese, there's not necessarily like a strict equivalent of like male monarch of kingdom. Like what their like queen equivalent is like male monarch's wife. I could be totally misremembering or mistaken. Feel free to correct me if I am. But if I remember, that's like one of the reasons. It's just very interesting, the linguistic difference that creates that little odd piece of translation. Because like you'd expect it to be, well, if Kjerag were to have a monarch, it could only be her. You'd expect it to be swapped. Well, that's one of the ways that sometimes in translation you have to like change some things around to make it actually sound like the language. And some people will be like, oh, but that's not the exact same. Like, well, it doesn't necessarily need to be the exact same. It needs to make sense. And that's one of the things that, like, people get very, like, anal about translation, but it can be difficult, especially with some things like dubbing. One of the problems can be something maybe a more faithful translation, but you can't get the lip flaps, you can't get the timing to actually work. So you have to come up with something that's similar but different. And that's one of the main creative aspects behind translation is you have to try to translate faithfully, but you have to also be ready to make changes. How exactly is the Vinebeard Court negotiating with Victoria? Is it using all of Kjerag as a bargaining chip?
Elder! We just took a look around. Silver's troops are blocked the way down the mountain. We'll go check the back door and...
Secret passage. Don't bother with that unless you're keen on searching for... my guys. Searching for my boys. I definitely know how to say it.
Ah!
Don't be alarmed. By Kjerag, I have no intention of attacking the Vinebeard Court.
Tell everyone outside to rest where they are. No one's to move without my order. Theodas, you accuse the Vinebeard Court of betraying Kjerag to Victoria. Where's the evidence for your claim?
Please be patient, Great Elder. It will take some time for the evidence to be delivered here.
In other words, who came empty-handed yet still chose to resort to violence against us. You should know what the price is for doing this out of the Silver Ash clan. Look down at the people beneath the mountain. Your elite troops might be able to block off the Vinebeard Court, but you cannot fight all of Kjerag. I am willing to give you time, but if you cannot produce conclusive evidence before sundown, I'm afraid the reputation of Carlin Trade and even the entire Silver Ash name will be in tatters. Become untouchables throughout the land of Kjerag.
Indeed, I am, of course, well aware of the consequences of my actions. What I do not know, however, is what it would mean for Kjerag if the Vinebeard Court is found to be colluding. Why am I struggling to speak out loud today? Struggling with it last time. Some days are really great for it, and some days just are not. Definitely. Hey, bold bro. That assassinated leaders from 3 clans was caught in the act of espionage. I'll be with you to witness that moment, Elder.
I know exactly what you're waiting for. Time is not on your side, Sir Theodas.
Oh, let us in. We were invited by the Vinebeard Court to participate in the blessing ceremony, and Silver Ash's goons have no right to stop us, no matter how hard they be stroking they shit.
Throughout her illustrious career, the Black Knight was unshakable, even by the most fearsome opponents. But now looking down at the teeming crowds crammed onto the narrow mountain road, she feels utterly helpless for the first time.
Why haven't we seen a single cleric here? What is Silver Ash trying to pull?
Please calm down, everyone. The Vinebeard Court has encountered some extenuating circumstances, and Sensios is assisting with the investigation.
We came here on an invitation. You're telling us there are extenuating circumstances. Now that we're here, cut the crap. I see y'all gooning in there, and you ain't letting us in the sesh.
Man squeezes through the crowd, but as soon as he takes a step forward, he's met with Dagenberger's cold glare and has no choice but to retreat, muttering under his breath. To Enzio does fit issue an explanation to the public after things have settled down. Please I ask that you all return home for now. Ma'am, be careful.
I'm fine, Dagenberger. I can stand on my own. We outrust you. We know you're a daughter of Kjerag and would never bring us harm. So can you tell this old woman what exactly is happening in the Vinebeard Court? Like, what the fuck is this? What is this? It's always some crazy shit. I tell you what, when we get these text boxes, I tell you, I always know crazy shit's going down. It's so normal that it's like, oh, it's another Kjerag event.
The vehicle winds its way along the mountain road. Outside the window, dense dark clouds are gathering, mingling. The window rolls down and a few snowflakes laced with unidentified impurities slide into the car before disappearing without a trace. Signal's a little better now. According to our informant, Victoria and the people from the Vinebeard Court have left the mining site. Not made any further moves. In this weather, we can expect more heavy snow. It'll take a lot longer to get back to headquarters than expected. Well, compared to that, this little hiccup can hardly be considered beyond our expectations. Are you referring to those Victorians from earlier? They got the intel they wanted, but so did we. I mean the Vinebeard Court. Vinebeard Court, huh? The fact they'd show up here instead of calming the populace is rather strange indeed.
You accusing them of being some bitch-ass motherfuckers?
It's evident they were completely unprepared for the situation. The deliberate attempts to hide their schemes are easily seen through. If some of them are willing to play cover-up for the Victorians, then it's only a matter of time until the mask comes off. It's nearly time. Turn back to the mining site. Have I ever told you what the point of the mask is, Matterhorn? Have I ever told you to take your normal pills?
Are you trying to...
The exit ways there are now open, making it a good place to leave the country. As you just heard, Anciotis has already surrounded the Vinebeat Court with his men. Deliberately made a big show of things to alert the enemy. Those hiding in Kjerag will definitely be itching to seize the moment. Our undercover agent friend we've been tracking seems to have a particular fondness for this kind of stuff and should be arriving in the vicinity soon. Or I suspect she's not the only one either. Instead of looking for her, we should let her come to us. Gather everyone together and keep a close eye on the entrance to the mining site. Pay extra attention to the people who helped her escape.
Are you on your way? The clergy throughout the city were already inviting people to come out of the mountain for the ceremony. How long can Dagon Brecca hold them back?
I mean, she held back like 200 soldiers. Well, I think it was like 2,000 actually in the last event. I think she's pretty overpowered, man. Like, unironically, I don't think like 5,000 civilians is that big of a problem. Like, I think realistically, I think if we're power scaling this out, I think she's fine. You must have missed the last event. You weren't there. You didn't have a portrait, I know. Did the Vinebeat Court stoop to these desperate measures knowing I would not point my weapons at the people?
It's true that I'm using them, just as you did Arctos and Rotatus during the Holy Hunt a few years ago. Perhaps I overestimated you, Sir Anciotis. Even if you're hungry for power, you should be less obvious about it. Or you come in a grave error I'm willing to announce to the public. You've come to the Vinebeat Court to capture the Victorian assassin.
If you truly thought highly of me in any capacity, you would not think that I am only seeking power. All I care about is the future of the land of Kjerag, and a little power on the side. I think I earned some as a treat.
So a violent coup is the best path forward?
Yes. Because our Victorian friend sits in a position that cannot be reached except through violence.
What you say is true, Sir Anciotis. The unknown Vinebeat Court, driven to despair by the descendants of Victorians and their acolytes, helpless to defend themselves even when thieves cry thief in front of them.
Behavior determines identity better than blood. It's a fact that since the attack on Encia, people from the Vinebeat Court have been falling over themselves to back Victoria. You're so confident you know what I'm waiting for. The cleric and the Victorian spy caught red-handed together. Be it for the general public or the three clans, the rest speaks for itself.
I know no more about the conduct of these clerics than you do. Even if the Duke of Castor were to come here herself, she'd only tell you that I firmly rejected her offer, and called her a bitch-ass uggo as well. Yeah, what can I say? I really dug in. Dap me up for that one, Anciotis.
There's nothing more than an excuse. Failure to control your subordinates means you are equally responsible for them. And the same applies to call and trade. Definitely unfairly, might I add, that this is the way of the world, but it kind of do be.
What you suggest is that the clergy of the Vinebeat Court indulge in pleasure and collude with foreigners, or remain oblivious and allow them to sell out Kjerag. You and Victoria share many of the same delusions. In reality, the Vinebeat Court has only ever wanted to use this as a pretext to expel Victoria and their true ally, Anciotis Silverash.
However, the reality is that they ended up aligning with Victoria in practice.
All the clergy of Assist Victoria have sworn an oath of death after you are expelled. Their bones will nourish Kjerag's future. They will leave no regrets behind.
Damn, that's fucking metal, honestly. So, what you propose is that Kjerag should purge itself, down to those who hunt Victorian spies to this day, those who the Duke of Castor considers enemies, and that is the only way to defeat Victoria? I don't know, you could just call their football soccer. They will explode in anger and kill themselves. There's more simple ways. We don't have to kill ourselves. I don't know, just
talk about, oh, I'm going to Manchester to go stab and shank and slice, and they get very upset. They say, no, it's just a stereotype, it's not real. And then they kill themselves with the knives that they were gonna stab you with. You know what I mean? There's nobody around. A sudden gust of wind suddenly howls through the unfamiliar courtyard. Kjerag continues to stir around her piping hot cup of savory milk tea, the spoon continuing to clink against the cup. She shudders in anticipation, due to the drink or her impending evacuation. She stares at the swirling tea and strokes the cup, completely ignorant of the fact the cup is engraved with Kjerag's mountain ridges. Thoughts are noted by a knock on the door.
Well, I guess I have to be British now. Who is it? Oh, stay back!
Sorry to keep you waiting, young lady Victoria. Man, we're all elderly out here. So many elderly voices.
It's you?
Please pardon my intrusion, but due to the situation changing, you'll be transferred to a new destination ahead of schedule.
What? What happened?
I only know the gist of the Vinebeat Court's decision.
A gist isn't good enough. We need to have a concrete plan of action, or else.
I'll take full responsibility for the operation until you have safely left Kjerag's borders. All you need to do is follow the instructions. As for how to leave and who will help you. Don't overly concern yourself about such things that are 100% necessary for your safety. Just like, bro, trust. Okay, trust. Kjerag witnesses all, and she shall walk with us.
Stop trying to fool me with your vague and nondescript dogma.
I Kjerag.
In other words, I'll become your responsibility now, right?
I am but a follower of her will.
Fine, you have your beliefs and I have mine. But since we'll be working together, let me remind you, if this operation fails, your side will also be exposed.
Right.
Does that not worry you at all?
Kjerag simply smiles gently and takes a garment out of his bag.
Oh, young lady, all I need is faith. You can also place your faith in us. As long as we all have one heart, we can overcome our fear.
Kjerag of the Vinebeat Court, I don't think we need to discuss this any further. Instead, let's focus on something useful, like when we leave. I fucking hate it here. I fucking hate Kjerag. It's full of dickheads, and I fucking hate it here. Cause I live in fucking Birmingham.
My apologies, young lady. This is a cleric's robe that I sewed myself. Please put it on for now.
This journey will take you past many people and countless eyes.
If you encounter someone who comes up to you seeking prayer or answers, do not try to please them. Stay silent and avoid them. I will walk with you no matter what dangers we may face.
Call it be curious. Why do people pray to your god for protection even after a catastrophe?
Just in case. Young lady, you know too little about Kjerag. Please pack your belongings. I will wait for you outside. The door opens. Dry, cold wind rushes in, lashing at the clerk's neck and face. An old dagger slips from his bag. Not strongly bends down to pick it up. He knows exactly what this amulet, forged for him by his father, returned to Kjerag, will ultimately be used for. My Kjerag, may this devout body be blessed, and may it spread your holy will after I fucking die. I brought excellent seeds to Kjerag's machinery. The contributions. To be frank, never seen anyone so complicated in my already withering life. Hero.
Does not dispel my doubts. Where do these acts the Vinebeat Court seems only to recognize friend and foe based on where they come from?
And allow me to ask you a question, Sir Anciotus. In your heart of hearts, what exactly is Kjerag?
I've already answered this through my actions.
Victorian style buildings, Victorian style weapons, Victorian mandated laws. Is this your answer?
Must be both, unless we choose to seclude ourselves deeper within the mountains, shunning both external disturbances and any further advancement. Otherwise, you might even be able to see things from Readalong or Lithanian one day.
Until one day the people of Kjerag believe in nothing but originium and money, unless faith itself can be sold. As the shell of Kjerag is ripped open, the people shall no longer hold any reverence for eternity, but chase after their own values and desires. He will hate the strong, because in this new theater, born to balance his morality, the stronger he becomes. They will hate the weak, because the weak will come to occupy the crevices of pity and charity. Nihilism will become the most popular ideology. The people's hearts will become empty and detached. They'll take pride in this emptiness. Your ideals are slaughtering the people of Kjerag, turning Victoria's present into our future.
It's funny, thinking about, because you see this type of thing, like, even in, like, real life. There's, like, plenty of, like, parallels of almost, like, if this happens, then, like, everyone will become an asshole. It's, well, you're assholes right now.
You do bad things right now. What do you mean? Maybe it's worth trying to do this thing that could improve the lives of some because you're not interested in doing it right now. It may go poorly, it may go well, but not willing to change anything, you're not going anywhere. The Kjerag that the Vine Beat Cult worships is far more fragile than the one I worship. All it takes to overthrow our sacred beliefs are a few foreign tools, and how has Mount Carlin stood to this day?
How could it be that foreign tools can cover our mountains and rivers, yet foreign ideas can never be touched?
So what you believe, then, you must also admit that what can conquer the body can also conquer the soul. Born into a dark, hopeless era, you must race faster than the clouds to avoid being swallowed by darkness. Fate should not drive people to become accustomed to the darkness, but rather unwaveringly affirm the yearning for light.
The most pious one is, the more destitute he becomes in due time.
I'm already getting a sore throat from this stupid old man voice. God, there's so many old people. Doing this old man voice is so breathy. And I've got to actually just take a day to like to rest my voice at some point. Because I'm getting sore throats much more frequently from just speaking in general than I did before. And I think it's because I'm just not taking a break. I'm like not taking a day. And actually just only talking a little bit and doing like vocal, warm-ups and stretches throughout the day. And then like being quiet for a good chunk of it. Like, I haven't taken a proper day of vocal rest in a long time.
Why is it here the teaching curator were ridiculed, pedantic, and ignorant? Without turning on the tap, there's no clean drinking water. Chemical fertilizers, there's no fertile farmland. We leveled the mountains and forced petrol factories. Sent the displaced back to the ruins of their homes, either sell that labor or die. The lives you improve for some are fed by the happiness you've stolen from others. Oh, eloquent Grand Master, I ask you, how shall we deal with the stragglers left in your wake?
You're right. It's a responsibility that I must accept. However, the Vine Beat Court only fantasizes about incremental change while continuing to regard doing nothing as a virtue. Such people have no right to judge me.
I've never sought to block Kjerag's progress. My only responsibility is to pull the reins on self-important tourists before things spiral out of control. Yeah, I called you a tourist, Enciotis. You won't take my anime little girls from me, tourist! You're moving too quickly, Sir Enciotis.
What was that last part, Atso? I'm sorry, what was that? No. I mean, it also depends on, like, your natural vocal, like, constitution, Laffy. The way that I speak, especially on stream when I'm projecting more, is my natural voice is more vocally intensive than most people's natural voices. So my throat dries out faster. I mean, dries out is not like literally what's happening. It's my vocal folds begin to ache. And the thing is, your vocal folds themselves don't have like nerves, which means they're swelling and aching to the point that the stuff around them in your throat is now aching, which does show that it's pretty bad. But yeah, that's one of the things that that is annoying for doing voice work, is that I do have a bit of a weaker vocal constitution, which means really long sessions are problematic. Like, a 7-hour session is guaranteed to give me trouble. Now, the nice thing is, any real legitimate studio would give you plenty of breaks. In between that, you're not going for 7 hours straight. You're probably going for like an hour, take 10, an hour, take 10, an hour, take 5, an hour, take 10. It's probably realistically more of what you're doing is an hour or two and taking breaks in between. Also, wow, this is Laffy. I'm not sure I'm not sure if you're seeing it. This is very like Blizzard quacks. Like this whole thing very like Blizzard and quacks. Like the no, we must only change the in literally perfect ways that adhere to our glorious ideals. And it's like, bro, shut the fuck up, you're doing nothing.
The way to format the Kiraganda, the way to punctuate prayer messages, which hand to rituals, are debates that can last for centuries. Elder of Clan Browntail, you have both the talent and the platform, yet you only yearn for the solace of the other shore. Yet when you hide away in the Hall of Writings and philosophize from your armchair, do you know anything about where Kjerag is actually headed?
What I know is that Kjerag would never let an apostate take the helm. I would never have been one to philosophize from my armchair. You're not the first apostate I've dealt with. What memories come to mind when you hear the names Oliver and Elizabeth Silverash?
What? I don't know. It's my parents being raised in a loving home, maybe? Fuck you. You know they died in a fucking train accident? That's kind of a dick thing to bring up.
It's bloody weather again, damn it. Or is there a traffic jam in a place like this? Hey, you in the back, the road's about to get real bumpy. If you won't be able to stand after getting out of the truck, I'd recommend taking a nap now and conserving your energy.
Inside the rear compartment, the lights flicker as the truck sways. Passengers trying to escape sit upright on their haystacks, eyes tightly shut.
Shit, what's that thing in front of me? Ugh.
An oil slick spills across the middle of the road, and in front of the stopped truck is a line of fully armed men. It emits a strange, strained noise, and the windows are splattered with paint. The driver's seat, the Victorian tightly grips the steering wheel. Yeah, no, I can see it. Yeah, definitely. That's what I was thinking with this. Maybe you're not so bad, Silverash. Maybe you a real one.
I've never tried to hide where I come from, even though it's something that others have long forgotten. Look at Browntail, Rhydalus and Ceres' grandfather, my cousin. To achieve the same goal, we accept different fates. They've got Kjerag's order through the Tri-Clan Council and the Vine Beat Court. Though known for his ruthlessness, he still harbored fantasies about the Silverashes till the very end. He said a peaceful resolution is never impossible, as long as the couple are willing to make concessions. But I have never lived in fantasy. That's why I don't do anything, because anything is scary.
The train accident.
Is that what you believe? Did Rhydalus make you believe it? How many clergymen and devotees do you think are out there among the commoners? Mass wish for Kjerag to punish the apostates, then I, serving the Fine Beat Court, shall deliver on those wishes. Sir Anziotis, the man who killed your parents is right in front of you. Those who commit murder will be punished twice over by Kjeraganda. This crippled body has lost any meaning for me long ago. Permission to dispose of me as you wish for reasons private and public, not for treason but for murder. Arrest me and put me on trial. Let the people of Kjerag see just how sinful it is to kill an apostate.
Then wobbles to his feet, his withered fingers clenching into fists, using all his strength. Suddenly he stretches his arms out before Ansiotis. Like a sinner waiting to have his confession heard, his cloudy eyes shine with a glimmer of light, of seeking to quench decades of old grudges with another's anger. Ansiotis slowly closes his eyes, his fingertips dropping tightly around the cane. You're trying to provoke me into acting out of line. I'm afraid your efforts are in vain. I won't lay a finger on you here. All I can do is ensure that you receive a fair trial. And get fucked. You jackass.
Hurry it up, you in the back, keep it up. Our rental indicates the target should be around here. Search carefully and leave no stone unturned.
That woman left the room, an unknown amount of time passed. The point in that time itself seemed alien to Munch. Only a stingy pain of into the ropes tightly binding her reminds her that she has not yet lost consciousness. Finally, a hopeful sound comes from beyond the door, and Munch musters what she might have left to shout out. I'm over here. Right, she might, her parched throat can hardly produce a sound. Maybe she should have actually, drank the shit she was offered. Major oopsie. She crawls towards the door. It opens. Munch!
Adam, why are you here?
Been searching for you ever since the catastrophe hit. That damn Silverash pretentious bastard. Thought they actually had some useful intel, but in the end I still end up having to do all the legwork myself to find you. How are you doing? You hurt anywhere? Oh, your leg.
Fine, Adam, listen to me. Researcher I'm tracking, she's from Victoria. But more important, she's got ties to Colombia. What they're really after is... blah.
Budge! Budge!
And then Munch fucking died too. Along the narrow mountain path, the convoy slowly plods onward.
The instant sudden outbreak, no shortage of people left their cars to observe the conflict's epicenter.
Turn off the engine. Get out.
What do you think you're doing? Who the hell are you people? I'm an industrial investigator dispatched by Victoria. This is a legal obstruction of official business. Damage our property, danger Victorian lives, and almost even cause an accident. Mark my words, if I'm being quarterly or this. Never should have come to this bloody shithole.
Are you done? Did you all get the pictures?
Yes, sir.
No time for you to twist the narrative, Victorian. Just cooperate. Open the rear compartment. Unwilling to cooperate? Fine by me. You're more than welcome to conserve your energy to fend for yourselves before the court. Gold, I can offer you a blanket.
Waves hand to the guard pries open the rear compartment without a word. Seated upon the haystack there is an old cleric. Brushes the dust off his body and walks out. It's emotionless, fair, hardly or much of courage. The old cleric gazes upon the blinding brightness before him. Recollects the scenes him from before.
Oh, I can already tell my throat's gonna be smashed by the time we finish this. Thank God I got some of the old Chinese medicine.
Why'd the truck stop? Have we arrived? Did something happen?
Stay calm, young lady.
Did they find us?
I didn't expect to find you here, cleric of the Vinebead Court. Let us continue this conversation elsewhere. This place is less than ideal.
Stay as always, young master of Clan Edelweiss. Honorable friends of Clan Silverash, I apologize for disturbing your walk during this inclement weather. More than glad to go along with your arrangements.
Looks like the one we're after isn't here.
Do believe it's where we parted ways, young lady from Victoria.
You getting off?
No, I'll stay here. Just keep walking forward and don't look back. The entrance isn't far off. Silverash people will surely notice this truck. Get out of here before they find you. By Kjerag, trust me.
I'll do as he said, but you'll also be exposed.
That too is Kjeraganda's will, but I cannot change. I shall therefore accept. I ask only for her forgiveness.
I can't say I understand what your beliefs truly are. They seem a little contradictory. But maybe someday I will. I respect your beliefs, so I'll try to find a new way to live in peace. Best of luck to you, sir. I'm gonna open up a fish and chippy stop.
Oh, goodness gracious. Kayla gets out of the truck and runs without stopping in a direction leading far from Kjerag. Shedding her stained cleric's robes, she shivers from the cold. And when she walks through the vast pale mountscape, till the distance, a dark tunnel, the entrance beckons to her. The telescope lens, Nosa sees a mysterious scientist step into the shadows.
Arrest these two and have them sent straight to the Vinebead Court.
I've brought fun. I'm afraid I cannot grant your wish, Great Elder. Upon hearing the long-awaited voice, Ensioda stands up and walks past the old man who remains frozen like a wooden sculpture. Nosa's executed the plan. The Shagata, the boys deployed immediately on his signal. Just like this. Just imagining none of them know how to say it. Like, not even Silverash, so they're all just like the guys, the boys, your gang. For the present of his race, the clerics do nothing but stumble back into their abodes, and their faces are fixed in fear.
I am one of the Vinebead Court's clerics. You can't treat me like this. Nah, shut up and stop resisting. Master Frey is here too. Please help me.
The one just brought in was the once arrogant envoy of the Vinebead Court. His gaze sweeps over the shouting cleric and he shakes his head. Father Frey, I believe I can now explain your actions. Victoria's agents conspired with the Vinebead Court clerics to smuggle spies out of the country through the mine railway, but were caught red-handed thanks to Carlin trade. Before that, you were assisting Victorians with scouting the mining site, premeditated ill intent, and lest you forget, you protected the suspect following Rotadus' funeral. You'll be formally put on trial for these crimes.
Uraganda, forgive him, for he knows not of what he speaks.
It is a fact that spies have infiltrated the Vinebead Court. I urge you not resist. Cooperation with our investigation is the only path to leniency. Take Elder Great. Should it not be Great Elder? Take Elder Great Odso, Father Frey, and the other elders of the Vinebead Court away for questioning. The other clerics are to remain there, awaiting their summons.
Yes, sir, you got it, boss.
Now then, Great Elder Odso. Okay, we got a CG. Walks away with aura.
Silverash, you think you've won? Those who live by the blade will find their arrogance short-lived. I wonder just how long your arbitrary reign of terror will last.
Not making unnecessary movements, Adso gives a slight nod to the crowd and slowly walks to the door. Great Elder, what should we do?
Survive. The rest is already written in the scriptures. I have nothing else to say. You are her servants. Whatever happens, you must ask according to her content.
Take him away. Book and take him away. Like Kjerag, may the guilty receive their fair trial.
Oh, this is an abandoned mine shaft. The torches and tunnel lights don't work anymore. Check for chests at the edge of these mine carts. Do be careful of cave spiders, though. Poison, nasty effect. If we wrap around from this side, we should be able to make it. Ugh. Watch out! I'm over first. Watch your step.
Minecraft. Joanna shifts her feet and several rocks tumble down the cave. Lots of dislodged pebbles echoing through the cracked crevices as they fall. She shudders.
So deep. You'd probably turn into a stain on the ground if you fell from this height. Damn those Victorians for causing trouble in the mines. Else we wouldn't have come this way. Saintus, what are you looking at?
A light ahead. It must be the path leading to the main ore vein. Come, let's hold hands just like before. We're just a few steps shy of our answer. We mustn't run into danger here. Soon, we will find all our answers.
The line is illuminated by the flickering light of the oil lamp. They hardly converse, moving forward in silence, their steps filled with both fear and anticipation. But eventually, the search comes to an end.
Are you sure this is the right place? Might we have made a mistake?
No, I'm sure of it. This is the mine I previously calculated and located. There's no way this could be the wrong place. But what are you two talking about? This is the place we were looking for, yeah? Well, according to my plan, we should be able to find an orogenium vein here. My deduction can be proven correct if and only if it exists. But this place is an Oriron mine. What? Investigate and analyze everything. They're just all ordinary Oriron deposits. No chance related to the catastrophe. Not any traces of extraterrestrial objects. Where did we go wrong? Why? We clearly saw a bunch of trucks transporting orogenium on our way here. How could this all just be Oriron? Doesn't take long for Enya to grasp the schemes of the man bonded to her by blood.
Oh, the orogenium's already gone! Oh, the orogenium's already walks away with aura. I'm sending to the chat to the boys on you. Instant aura loss.
Indeed, we came to the wrong place. The mineral vein here is not the heart of Karlin, but rather the bones of Kjerag. Bones that uphold Kjerag's spine.
May I say something? Heart of Kjerag is a pure core that validates faith. Man's eyes, ears, nose, and hands can deceive, but only the heart cannot, such as written in Kjeragander. But I don't think we're being unfaithful or impious. We all know how much we've done, and surely she must know too. Just like how give everything on the hunt only to come up empty-handed and go hungry through the night. But we must have faith. Faith in the land of Kjerag, faith in Kjeragander's protection. Promises that as long as we have our two hands, we shall not starve or freeze to death in Kjerag's lands. Great Saint has come, let's try again.
Huh? Try what?
Use your bell to kill Kjeragander. That sweet bell, the sound of the saints who played to awaken Kjeragander. Clear sound, beloved of her, the sound that is we're calling. So it says in the Kjeragander that burden beasts wearing this bell will not be snatched away by wild beasts. They shall not fall ill or die young. They'll find their way back home, and should they ever be lost. For one's heart to be astray, it has to be lost too, right? I don't totally get what it means, but I heard it from one of the clerics at the Vine Bead Court. Seemed relevant?
Like her two dejected companions, the girl shows no signs of discouragement and is eager to try again.
That's right. We should keep trying. Perhaps Kjeragander will respond to us.
Silver Bear rings out high, the gray pattern shimmering beneath the hazy miner's lamps. Tried to call out like this before. Vine Bead Court, in her own bedroom, among her books, or resting among the snow-capped mountains. Ring ring. The clear, cold sound of the silver bell echoes through the empty cave.
Whoa, that's... This sound, this frequency, why does it sound so alike? Did you discover something? That frequency, the echoes of your bell throughout the cave sound just like that one audio recording from the observatory. Almost identical even.
Is that just a coincidence?
A coincidence? No. Nature, no two snowflakes are exactly alike. Say, Saintus, where exactly did that bell come from?
It would require going back to the very ancient legends. In Kjerag history, there was a long span of time where Kjeragander fell into deep slumber until she was awoken by a devout Saintess.
Gee, I wonder who could have been ringing that bell? Could it have been Kjerag? Kjera, is that what you've been doing this whole time? Just ringing bells in mines, blowing shit up?
It's Kjerag's gift to the Saintess. I've also heard that when subsequent craftsmen made bells for the Saintess, they sought to imitate the sounds of the mountains. The sounds of the mountains? What kind of mountain could make a sound? A Farinmuth? Impossible! How could that be?
How about it, Elena? You're a scientist. How could you let your faith falter at a time like this? It is very interesting that it's like... I mean, I guess maybe Yan is super secretive about it, but it's like... They seem pretty public about having, like, Farinmutologists and, like, actually straight up studying the Farinmuts that were there, provably in Yan. It's like, are they actually, like, secretive with that and they don't tell anybody? Because they seem, at least within their borders, pretty, like, public about that the Farinmuts did exist. Here's our evidence.
Elena, are you saying that on the day before the catastrophe, something fell into Mount Colin, thus creating that sound? Based on my previous conjectures, yes! So think about it this way. If we think of the mountain as a huge bell, does that mean there's probably a huge hollow inside it? Theoretically speaking, that would be possible, but do you know where a massive hollow like that could exist? There's a rumor not recorded in Kjerag's official history, and it happens to be related to the Saintess who awakened Kjerag. A long, long time ago, there was once an uprising against the Vinebeat court in Kjerag. People had grown dissatisfied because Kjerag had not performed any miracles in a long time. They marched upon the Vinebeat court. Their wrath was only quelled when the Saintess awakened the sleeping deity. During the chaos, a number of clerics took their previous precious scriptures, took refuge within Mount Carlin, therefore preserving some of their valuable knowledge. Regardless, the classic works of the Vinebeat court still suffered a break in continuity around that time. What if the account of Kjerag leaving a people within the scriptures is actually a description of this event? Great Saintess, if this sanctuary truly exists, will we find traces of Kjerag there? Where should we even look? Behind the Vinebeat court, place leading to Mount Colin's summit. Nia tightly grips the silver bell in her hand. Seems to hear the wind and the snow, whilst the footsteps that would occasionally shadow her while she worked at the Vinebeat court. Whose voice was that? Who was calling to her? Who would pat her on the shoulder and bring honeyed sissy milk to her when she was burning the midnight oil to organize her scriptures? All she can hear and see is the pure white snow that never stops blowing with the wind. O Kjerag on high, please grant us your guidance. May the path we walk be true.
Cleric from the Vinebeat court in collusion with Victorian agents stole important military intelligence and was arrested yesterday. Great Elder also confessed to some of these allegations and agreed to fully cooperate with the investigation. During this time, all activities of the Vinebeat court will be suspended. There's considerable evidence suggesting that the Victorian agents were involved in a string of unusual natural and social phenomena. Carlin Trade is also assembling scientific researchers to assess the possibility of an espionage-related catastrophe. Remind all citizens of Kjerag, if any foreign national approaches you under the guise of offering charity, business ventures, or gathering news,
Please fucking kill them. On sight.
I knew it. Oh, the Great Ellen, those Victorian dukes are in cahoots. Look what the bastards have brought upon us.
Couldn't it just be one big misunderstanding? Even the Vinebeat court has betrayed Kjerag. My goodness.
They mocked us about the Victorians, and you still give them the benefit of the doubt?
But hasn't the Carlin Trade you seem to trust so much been dealing with Victoria this whole time?
The only reason you even hear all this other radio thing is the Carlin Trade. But what about the Vinebeat court? What had they ever done for you? Stop your bickering. Victorian Broadcasting has a response. Shut up and listen. I don't give a damn about what they have to say.
I need to make sense of all this.
So, Wilson, you are highly respected by Her Grace the Duke, as well as an expert on the Kjerag affair. I'd like to ask you, how do you interpret the attitude displayed by NCO Silverage? I say it is nothing more than a way of quelling the public discontent in Kjerag. NCO is sort of a close partner of Victoria.
Do you find that somewhat difficult to believe?
Even based on publicly available information, it's indisputable the fact that Victoria has been the primary beneficiary of many of the trade contacts, strongly spearheaded by NCOs himself. With the help of Carlin Trade, Kjerag's development has almost entirely come on the back of Victoria's aid, with the import of breeding beasts and fertilizers to railway technology and even origining and processing. In return, NCOs has committed to handing over more than 40% of Kjerag's natural resources for Victoria's development. Not long ago, Carlin Trade also handed over a mining site that was being worked by Casimir to the Duke of Castor. It seems NCO is trying to maintain an attitude of ambiguity. That being the case, are you not worried that his attempt to soothe the public will anger the Duke?
Lest you forget, NCO, this is the Duke's grandnephew. The blood of Casa flows in his veins. The delicate understanding between him and the Duke is, without a doubt, difficult for outsiders to grasp. They're both what you would refer to as a little bit douchey. They're only public about it if you ask them. You have to specifically ask. They really hit the what no one asked, bro.
It's like, wait a minute, you guys have like perfect like scientific record to prove
The fucking pheromones exist? Yeah? Why didn't you say anything? No one asked, bro. Like, we were just gonna say it. Like, come on. You should have just asked, bro. Like, we were willing to tell you. No one asked. What do you mean? Are we just supposed to are we just assume you want to know that? No. And where is it? What you may not know is that even while he issued the statement, he also submitted a new mining agreement to the Duke. It was already signed and returned it. Expect a joint announcement on this matter in short time. I have obtained the key points of this agreement and would like to share them with you here. Do take a look at these graphs, good sir. Arbitration to trust 100% of future mining rights to a function established jointly in Duke Castle. This truly is just the tip of the iceberg. Look what comes next. Nonsense! Here, what do you look like? Oh yeah, I forgot. Man, you were dripped out. The reporter is startled by the volume of her outburst. You see the reaches to pat her bulging backpack before turning around. Seeing the empty streets makes let out a heavy sigh. Phew. Looks like they won't be able to catch up to me. Camera, recorder, film, prints, everything's here. So I won't let them take these away. Looks like a statue of Kjerag in the distance that pulls down the brim of her hat and walks toward the city center. You got that brim. Alright. You know what time it is, chat. You can guess. You know what time it is. It is time for me to take a piss. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna bust out the Minecraft parkour. No copyright. And we're gonna set some nice Minecraft parkour for you guys, okay? Gonna set some nice parkour. Alright, there we go. There we go. I'll be back in a minute. You're just taking a piss. Enjoy the Minecraft parkour while I'm taking a piss, okay? Alrighty. Alright. We are all back, and that means I can... I still, you know, I have to leave you guys' engagement video in the corner. There we go. The empty silence leaves one feeling colder than ever. The reporter's heavy bag slows her down. Her footsteps upon the snow clear for all to hear. Less people than before, even here.
Miss, sorry to bother you. Can I ask you a few quick questions? About... Is this the Victorian dude's wife from earlier? I think it is. Important to have the parkour video, true. Gotta have the engagement video. Right now, call and trade. I'd rather not have to hear that name. Serencios needs to come out and go over why he signed those agreements already. Resources for development? What rubbish. All we got for our resources was a catastrophe. How is he gonna explain that? Other revenge is digesting the lady's angry words. She's already long since left with a switch of her cloak. Excuse me, sir. You're one of those reporters from Victoria. Kjerag's not the kindest place lately. Us locals prefer holding up on our home. We best take care. It's times like these where I can't be afraid. Otherwise, I'm not fit to hold this camera. Thanks for the heads up. Anyhow, what I'd like to know is, how do you see Anciotis right now, in your honest opinion? Sorry, miss. He's cheated. I think he's cheated Kjerag, but Victoria's worth doubting too. I've seen how big the changes here have been in the past few years. If you said Anciotis hasn't had any difficulty making those changes, then I'd say you're wrong. Only the great elder of the court had come out and said a few words. I'll be fine. Jesus Christ. Yeah, get out of Kjerag, Victorian scum. Anciotis a fine beat court. Us, we got nothing to do with you. Still got stones to take pictures. And to fan off our land already.
Slightly based, because they are throwing stones at a British person, but she seems cool, so maybe they shouldn't. You know, I understand it though. When you see a British person, your first reaction is to throw stones. That is natural, that's human, and that can't be faulted. Even if arguably, it's not what you should do when you first see a person. They're British. I get why, you know, I get why it would happen. Nothing has left her with complicated feelings more than this moment. She has seen the ordinary people of Kjerag slowly become more mistrustful, more on edge. She's also seen once trusted members of the camera crew sneak into her room to inspect her drafts and camera over and over. And picks up another stone. She bows goodbye to her interviewee and runs away from the scene. The only choice is to escape, but escape to where?
Are you Victoria, miss?
Hello there. Do you hate Victoria?
No, I don't.
Dirty little hand reaches out to her, the piece of stale Victorian bread sitting in the palm.
My papa told me to throw these all away. He said we wouldn't have any Victorian charity in our house.
Then...
The Kjerag taught us to love our neighbours and repay kindness with kindness. So I wanted to give it back to you.
Oh, he's such a good kid. What a good kid.
The child hurry away, therefore it feels as if the dry bread in her hand is choking her throat. Her eyes tremble, and she clenches her teeth.
Doink sound. Zoom in. Oh, yep. Get her in the car. She'll let anyone see. I think she remembers hearing before she loses consciousness. Is that one of the goats for making his return, Harold? I didn't see you in any of the chapters I read alone. What have you been doing? What you been up to, bro? Sorry for bothering you with yet another visit, Mr. Silverage. Darling, perhaps you would rather be seeing some other pretty face during all this hubbub. There's no need to be so humble. Kjerag's indebted to you for your care. I had once hoped for the chance to express my gratitude. Oddly, it seems my long-awaited return has left me awash with churning emotion once more, darling. I would like nothing more than to be the bearer of good news every time I come over before throwing my old bones into the mountains for some peace and quiet. But life is a fickle thing, and it demands we improvise, does it not? I do believe you are here to give me some bad news, Lord Viscount, but not in the name of Castor. I'd rather not get mixed up with that old lady's affairs again. Let me tell you, bitch. Let me tell you, total bitch. But based on what we went on the last time I was here, Miss Who doesn't want to get mixed up with me. With all that said, my lord. Yes, on to business. I know you're a busy man. I'm here to bid you farewell, Mr. Silverash. The recent shift in public opinion against Victoria has troubled you, then I can... No, nothing of the sort. I'd hoped against hope that old Castor was reaching that age where she spoke from the heart. That tends to bring out a bit of a sweetness to the tongue now, but as you can see, things have come to this. Though I may seem like a dotard these days, I still find myself compelled to ask you one thing. Is there truly no other way? Our plans involve more than just a few minds, my lord. From the moment she laid her hands on Enzia, his negotiation had become wholly unacceptable to me. How do you plan to handle her? Are you really prepared to cross swords with her?
No better than I that if we do not keep the idea of crossing swords on the table, then Kjerag might as well already be in our pocket. Of course I do. Oh, what to say, what to say. Knowing how old now the old lady is, I should never let your little tiff go on now that's reached this stage. I'm truly worried for you, Sir Anciotus. Whatever shall you do next? Never mind, we're both playable. We'll be fine. I almost forgot about that. What is that to do but seize the opportunity? Since you have mentioned her, you're an old acquaintance of her grace, are you not? Me? Hardly know her, darling. A few years back, we'd chat about family matters, and she'd always grumble to me about how none of the young casters were worth a damn. The less useful they turn out to be, the more hasty she gets in doing things. Would have guessed that she was known as a complete enigma in her youth. In a brief encounter with her grace a decade or so ago. Grander strikes me even now. No need to butter her up to me. I think she's a bitch, remember? I'm fully aware that her high and mighty noble posturing is something she can never change. About how many schemes are brewing behind the scenes, one must always keep one's face haughty and dignified. Well, that's that. I'm sure your people have more urgent things to trouble you with. I should be heading off right about now. This talk of ours has been productive, my lord. I hope I'll have a more suitable opportunity in the future to invite you to Kjerag. I couldn't ask for better. Ah, yes. When you next see her grace, by no means tell her I've been calling her old behind her back. Even if she's a stupid old bitch, don't tell her I said that. I would never, Lord Viscount. Attaboy. I, too, am really looking forward to the chance to visit Kjerag again. Yes, nobody saw us. It was no trouble, matriarch. Your request is my... I'll bring her over right away. Hey, wakey wakey.
Hey, wakey wakey, motherfucker.
This is... I was at...
Half a day's sleep not enough for you? Get up, our matriarch has things she wants to ask you.
I think someone didn't actually die. I think someone didn't actually die. Glad they were getting question marks instead of serious for the matriarch. I think someone didn't die. I think it was all just a bit. It was all a Josh, a jape, and a jest. What? Who brought me here? How long will it take for you to learn a gentle touch?
No, I'm sorry, matriarch.
Hey, you awake yet? Let's go. She's fine. I knew it. Never in doubt. I thought it seemed ridiculously sudden. Hey, you awake yet? No thrashing about, unless you feel like the ropes around your wrists weren't chafing enough. Ah, Ratatus. Matriarch Ratatus, I thought you were... Not a single burn on me. Real surprising, isn't it? When you get the chance, tell your colleagues that when dealing with the Browntails, best check the room for tricks. Sylvia. She even has her coat back! Crazy! My colleagues, be honest now, my little spy. What were you hoping to capture on that camera of yours? On those days you were sneaking about? Wait, what? No, you misunderstand me, madame. How can I be a spy? That's what all the other spies we got said too. That's like the most, even if you're not a spy, that's like the most suspicious thing you could say. Like, oh no, how can I be a spy? I'm totally not a spy. But then again, I mean, if you weren't a spy, you'd probably say that too. There's really no winning for you here. The guards rifle through the reporter's bag and throw its contents on the floor. So she's taken developed the past few days. Well, we wouldn't care much about you if you take pictures of our local traditions or even patrolling guards. You shouldn't hesitate before taking a bunch of pictures of the Vinebead Court. Even went to a few mountains clicking that shutter of yours. Don't think I don't know anything. Matriarch Ratatus, whether you believe me or not, I really am nothing more than just a regular reporter. If I was a spy, why would I be walking around with all this evidence on me? With all the chaos going on right now, I could have easily given it all to my colleagues at the TV station. That's what you need to explain. Fact of the matter is, you were carrying a great deal of suspicious material, and had a very strange itinerary. How do I know you weren't trying to flee? Because I'm trying to protect that material. The Duke of Casto wants control of public opinion. The news office sent people to join the camera crew, and they've been sneaking into my room and to edit my pictures. If I didn't try to get away, most of them would be confiscated, maybe even used to misinterpret things here. Everything they do is to whitewash Victoria, trying to strong-arm its way into fucking Kjerag and shit, you know? If you think these pictures will be of any use to Kjerag, you can have them all. I just want you to release them to let more people know what's going on here. Doesn't need Victoria's support, but real, actual help. That might be tricky. Is Anciotus able to take a call right now?
He has more pressing matters to handle, so he sent me as support. After my lovely funeral, I handed the spies we captured over to him. According to our agreement, he was supposed to send backup. In the end, he only sent one woman. Even if she is the Black Knight, not sure if I could call him generous or stingy here. I mean, it's not season me fighting the 2,000 men. You know, took out 1,000 of them in the last event. Well, are people just going to keep saying it's stingy when I was just like so ridiculously overpowered? It's just like, you're fine. Like, is this as bad as in like 200 normal guys? I guess not. So what's his plan for dealing with Castor? He's still gathering information on our enemy. I was also sent here to help you with your interrogations. The most critical thing to find out now is if this reporter has taken any photos of things in the mountains. Ah yes, our little friend here. I can untie your strength, but first you need to promise me. You'll answer my questions. That sound alright to you? If not, I'll fucking kill you! An empty office. Moses is unused to the sight. He walks to his desk. Under his mug, filled with steaming hot fresh coffee, is a document with Enciotis' signature. Letter of appointment. Your dad have killed you to come over and say goodbye. It is signed. You know how risky this is. Minerals and land are inseparable. We shall bypass the Vinebeat Court and sign cooperative mining agreements with foreign nations ourselves. Cause a lot of headaches for us in the future. If we do not pay them their pound of flesh now to close the gap, they shall simply demand much more from us later. That's the lowest price we are able to bear. Your calculations are rather optimistic, Enciotis. Always been less optimistic than I am, no matter the topic. Which means most times, you've been able to walk further than me. If it wasn't for that optimism of yours, I would not have the confidence to take a single step in the darkness. It's been a long while since I heard such praise from you. Go see our plans through, Gnosis. Then we will have gay sex after. Don't worry, Pookie. We'll have gay sex after and Dagenbrecker can watch, just as always.
Everyone from middle management above is here. You can start the camera at any time.
Begin recording.
Yes, sir. What is today's announcement about?
I've gathered you all here to announce a major change in personnel. As of today, Enciotis Silverash will no longer serve as chairman and CEO of Carlin Trade. He admits all responsibility for the recent occupational incidents and has resigned. The board of directors has already ratified his request. At the same time, the board decided that I, Gnosis Televice, shall take over as all of Enciotis' duties. And allow me to make that first proclamation of Carlin Trade's new era as a representative of the board to all our colleagues and the people of Kjerag. Carlin Trade shall be ceasing all collaboration with Victoria. As for the many past agreements that Enciotis insists on signing, they shall all be temporarily paused until the board has decided on further courses of action. At this extraordinary time, I ask all our colleagues to work hard at the posts, keep the development of Kjerag at the forefront of their minds, and sweep away the lingering problems of the past. Kjerag needs us.
Wake up, we're here for our shift. You took your time. First time we've been here, had to find the place. Flop in much trouble? Okay, most of them aren't talking much. Just mind the lead geezer. What's he? Vinebeat Court like all geezers? Everyone burst out of laughter before heading off, leaving just the two guards to take their shift. Ease it up a bit. Why should you disrespect the elders like that? You're from Kjerag too, right? Still sticking up for him? There's this bunch of shistrach who got us into this mess. Charlie, you got a death wish? Two guards look for Elder also as he sits within the cell. He's focused on the thick tome in his hands, playing with the corner of the page as he thinks. All's good. What are you so afraid of? I'm talking big for centuries now. It's not like the court's managed to flip Kjerag upside down, have they? The fight guards of Kjeragander. If you don't respect the elders, you should still respect her. The court done that. A guy like me needs to respect them. My mom was sick. The clerics picked some grass for her to eat. He prayed the grass and it would bring Kjeragander's protection. In the end, we brought her one of Carla Trade's doctors. Told me if we kept going to the cleric's treatment plan, she wouldn't last another day. I'd say the real Vicar is Sir Enciotis. Scholars, Jurgen was an enemy of her. Much good. Resentment, evil men accused him of stealing courtly coin, and he was put to death a few days hence. Jurgen's limbs were bound tight, and at night he heard the chattering of soldiers' saws. His death was near, and his heart he was anguished.
This is, as I found which geezer to look out for. The raise up Tony approaches the cell, striking the bars over and over. This does not stop his recitation, as he looks at the guard calmly.
Hey, Graveyard, shut your mouth while you're in that cell. You borrow, you're gonna explain all your sins to Kjeragander when you meet her. Jurgen looked up but saw no light. His futility knelt upon the straw, finding his cell in supplication to her. O righteous Kjeragander, have I not done good in your name? Have I not sought truth in your name? The good men die in your kingdom while the unjust gain salvation. Why do the lawmakers only hear absurd falsities, while the people I save stand in unspeaking silence? Eat rock, have you no shame, you traitor? I'm gonna teach you a lesson.
Don't wait for Dinky to open the cell door. He keeps missing the keyhole. His right hand trembles in rage.
Oh, Kjerag, though my body may be trapped in Gaul, my soul still seeks your mercy. Whilst my eyes can still see and my ears can still hear, stretch out your righteous hands to me.
I swear today's the last day. You won't even open a copy of Kjerag.
What have I done? I heard another god. Done well, my child. Our divine duty is not limited to the 3 clans of Saintus or the Vinebead Court. All children of Kjerag must be ready to carry out her will at any time. Just like you did. I remember. Jurgen the Confessor. I was young. I was lost in Snowy Mountains. So about to black out, a cleric saved me. When we were on his burden beast, he took off his coat and wrapped it tight around me, telling me the story of Jurgen. Now Kjerag will save all the innocents. Where are the other clerics in prison, my child? Nearby. Find opportunity to free them. Let them escape, then save yourself. Conflict brews atop the mountains. The Vinebead Court shall rebuild everything on the ruins. I'm going to tell you the end of the tale of Jurgen the Confessor.
Halt! Don't force my hand, Great Elder. We are armed and will not allow anyone to leave.
I will walk by you. Insist on using bows and crossbows to run counter to her will, then aim at your own hearts. Try it.
You. As he rushed over, look at their comrades with raised arrows. They formed 2 lines. They had chosen to stow their weapons, opening up a narrow passage. So lowers his head as he walks through the guards, leaving behind faint footprints in the snow. I mean, shit, being like a religious figure in a very religious society is pretty OP. Bro just purely used Kjerag aura to get out of prison. As the words left Jurgen's mouth, the entire Gaul began to sway. Wind and snow entered through the cracks. The walls around the imprisoned devotee were as rotten trees, shattering into dust as his body was enveloped in blinding light. Soldiers were thrown to the ground, their weapons shattered. They themselves were unharmed, prostrated themselves at Jurgen's feet, weeping as they confessed their sins. Jurgen the Confessor then walked the lands of the 3 clans, preaching this miracle the rest of his life. Thus Kjerag stretches out her hand to those who call for her, to enact her justice. Lost all sensation in her joints as she was singing the soft snow, step after step after step. Yet her legs do not stop moving, even as she gulps lungfuls of frigid air.
Ayus!
It's a vague shape of people in the distance. Draw closer, but the lights flashing before her eyes make her unable to recognize them.
You!
We've been ordered to receive you, Madame Caroline. Oh, there should be others with you here.
They got taken by the locals.
And are there any issues with the intelligence?
You can tell Her Grace that the power Arden and Kjerag has disappeared. I've observed and recorded the fall of some extraterrestrial object to the surface. The ensuing catastrophe is further proof of my conclusion. Whether it's the energy field theory or the Fahrenheit hypothesis, it explains the changes that happened to Kjerag. Take this folder. All my research into several hypotheses about Kjerag is in it. You can... What the... Aye! Fuck! Oh, this shit sucks. Oh, god damn it. Oh, I knew this would happen.
Damn, bro parkouring through an upgraded desert village. Those ain't normal buildings. A little too high.
I'm terribly sorry, madam. Did you really believe you could hold your personal communications with the Mainlander Foundation from us? Her Grace has asked us to bring back only the data. I believe she's very into the fact that Kjerag has lost his protection.
You. Extraterrestrial objects. Very remote legends. There's still so many marvelous things we don't know about across this great land. All you care about is deception, robbery, and murder. Everything else is worthless to you. If I didn't need you to escape from Kjerag, I'd never work with people like you.
Shall I pass on your whole complaint to Her Grace verbatim? Goodbye, madam. Thank you for your patriotic service.
Oh shit.
A smoke grenade! Enemy attack, look for cover!
Enveloped in smoke and gunfire, leaving the snowfield in utter chaos. At least until a back off-roader course out of the smoke in its wake are the Victorian agents, futilely shooting at the vehicle as it drives into the distance.
What the fuck is... What kind of a life is Carolyn leading? This is such an insane side plot for like a not even playable character, just an NPC.
Sorry to put you through that, Carolyn. Had to take our time so the Victorians wouldn't spot us. Got all your stuff? She lowers her head, pulling out a marked file on the extraterrestrial object from the various documents before handing it to the agent sitting in front of her seat. Sitting in the front seat. So, when can I start my research? No need to be hasty, miss. Boss wants to have a chat with you first. He's really interested in hearing what you're studying. I think you'll be working with us for a long, long time.
Does that mean Tin Man? Does Tin Man show up? Is he still like Maylander Boss Man? Did he just take a little trip to Casdale for the vibes, and is he back? Are we gonna get a Tin Man cameo? That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. One of the greats of the game. Ella nods her head. For some reason, she realizes something. She never had the chance to actually hand over Victoria's Kjerag report. Is it time for a dog? She rolls down the car window, heedless of the cold wind blowing in. She takes out the paper she was painstakingly wrote in Kjerag, one with the other, and throws them out the window with nary a moment's hesitation. Paper is all the more white under the black night, like fresh snow falling upon the winds. They spin through the air, buoyed by... Is that buoyed? That's buoyed, right? That'd be that word? You don't see buoy very often as a word, and some like buoyed? I mean, it makes sense. Buoyed by, like, kept up. They spin through the air buoyed by cold wind. Yeah. And political maelstrom both.
Here's your things back, Victoria. Go fuck yourselves!
So according to you, Duke Castor has had her spies embedded in Kjerag for a long, long time. It's all prepared for a future annexation. How's she gonna do that? To be more precise, this is my educated guess based on what I've learned in Kjerag.
So out of all the Victorians sneaking around Kjerag, you happen to be the only actual reporter who's after the truth and righteousness and such like. But you don't have to be so rude about it.
My name's Alberta. If you're familiar with the Victorian newspaper business, you would have heard that name in conjunction with many articles about the truth that were deemed unprintable. I take pride in my work, no matter what they say.
I'll believe you for now, little Miss Reporter, but this doesn't mean you're completely free of suspicion.
Then my guards rip out the spies people sent over the explosion. You're telling the truth and take us to your crew station.
I've got a lot of things I'd like to ask the agents you mentioned. You wouldn't refuse me, would you? But... trolling just happened. Shit. Move!
Aaron grabs a task from the reporter, pulling them into the back room as a stun grenade from who knows where goes off the interrogation room. Dude, Kjerag is just shit is happening. Every Kjerag event, just this insane shit is happening all the time. There is no like... It's like all over. Like most events are like the Kjerag events, they feel like Lone Trail in that way. We're like all over in different places, just crazy shit's happening. Whereas like a lot of other events, for example, you know, Dorothy's Vision with my goat Roingus, like shit is happening on Site 359 and then like a little bit off, it. And it's just like in Kjerag, anytime we go there for an event, like every single day, there's insane shit happening all over the country. Yeah. Like, not that it's inherently better or worse. Like, I think the truest example would be like Act or Die, where Act or Die is all happening in the same place. Like, it's all on a Mobile City film set, and that's a really good story. And then you compare that to like the Kjerag ones, where shit's just happening everywhere. It's still like good here, obviously. It's just like shit's everywhere. Shit don't stop. In the distance, a Brontail guards unable to get out of the way, and Time screams. A throwing knife has pierced his heart. Damn it! Aaron pokes her body out of the doorway, hiding back behind the door as another knife flies toward her. Watch it tremble after it embeds itself in the doorframe. These knives are the ones used by the Trilby Ashes. You two stay hidden, sir. I'll go confirm the scale of the raid and the strategy. As she finishes speaking, she suddenly draws her twin weapons, knocking two knives from the shadows out of the air before springing forward to attack. The dust she kicks up forces the reporter to squint. You. What the hell is going on? How do the Trilby Ashers know about this place? Did you leak it to them? I've been watching this whole time. That can't be. I didn't! I even checked off all my things and made sure nobody was following me. Look out! Shakes violently, the reporter pulls her out of the sleeve, moving her to the other side of the room as fragments of the damaged ceiling smash into the floor where they just were. And how do you explain all this? Wait, there's still one place I haven't checked. Camera hanging around her neck. Moves the lens, presses down the shutter, and lifts up the reflector. A faint red light glows within. He pulls out the suspicious component, a miniature tracking device.
So that's where it was hiding. Another explosion and thick smoke slowly seeps into the room. The two are hiding it. Dagenbrecker emerges from the smoke, her breathing somewhat ragged. Three troopy ashes, this the first group. Fend them off for now, but the reinforcements they called for are already on the way here. I will keep you safe, Ratatus, but we need to leave.
This shit is going down. It's the type of place people were calling Ohio years ago. Can't have shit in Kjerag. Bro, I hate living in Kjerag. Fuck, man.
Let's go to the Vineweed Court. There's a mountain trail nearby that leads to one of the secret passages in. They won't dare to act rashly against the court. It'll buy us some time. Wait, I need to come with you. Since the Ruby Ashes will keep chasing us. Make a record of all their assassination attempts in Kjerag, compile them together with everything they've done so far, pass them to a local friend to get the word out. We'll expose all of Victoria's dirty deeds to the public. Can't let myself be taken in by them. Enough babbling, I still need to find Anciotus for a joint questioning. He'd be coming with us even if he didn't want to.
Yes, Ratatus is alive. The three of them have entered the Vineweed Court's northern gate. The escaped reporter's with her, and the round Black Knight is guarding them. What orders from Her Grace? Wait. You say Her Grace will be personally visiting Kjerag?
Carlin Trade Headquarters into Anciotus, son of the former chairman and my kinswoman Elizabeth, along a lot of people of Kjerag. It's an open letter within which is written about all the wrongdoings of Anciotus and Carlin Trade both. With this letter, I shall formally Google Docky my experience with Carlin Trade. Google Docky. They're literally having internet drama. It's Google Doc and counter Google Doc. Anciotus reportedly said his EXP bar was too low. He wouldn't say that. How could he do this? And even worse, while Anciotus was dating his Pookie Bear Gnosis, he had straight sex. No. I didn't know he was that evil. Champion Whites, I'm glad you're here. We got a Google Docky.
What is it? Slow down.
It's a letter from the Duke of Castor. The God's order being disseminated to the public. It's about Kjerag, mostly Carlin Trade.
Why did she write?
It's about we're not acting in faith, and Sir Anciotus.
Give it here. Notify all members of the board that we're having an immediate meeting at HQ. Tell everyone to remain calm.
His first defense, the source of all this tragedy, was to seek benefit from Columbia. Brute force carving out of the Great Pit and the construction of an observation station atop Mount Carlin. In the wake of a catastrophe descended on Kjerag, this much is undeniable. Amidst the terror and disarray, he committed his second offense. The humanitarian aid sent by Victoria was instead pocketed by him in the name of negotiation. To legitimize this shameless act, Anciotus went on the attack against Victoria, leveling basic accusations and slander. This was his third offense, and his ultimate act of toying with the heart of the public was his fourth offense. He colluded with Artest to fake the Browntrail matriarch's death, and through duplicity, lead Browntrail hostilities with Victoria. You know what I mean? Victoria also has proof that Ratas is hidden within the Vineweed Court. For citizens who doubt this simply need to examine the premises, though his guilty heart has led him to station his private army there. This is a bit much. Hey, when I was suspicious of Anciotus earlier, you guys shouted me down like I was a conspiracy theorist, but it all makes sense now, doesn't it? Since when? This whole letter is just Victoria's say-so. Yeah, this is literally just like, oh, now it all makes sense, because they told us the thing that would be beneficial to them. It really is internet drama. It's like, it's just, they liked their favorite streamer, Anciotus, and they're like, no, he wouldn't do it. But now these guys who like their favorite streamers from Victoria are like, no, they definitely would. It's just internet drama.
The fifth offense explained it, didn't he? Anciotus told Ratas to kidnap the Victorian reporter and hit her in the court. Can't be a lie with all those details, can it?
Why? Why would that not be able to be? Why would a lie with details not be possible? You could just lie with more details. It's not generally optimal, but why would that not be possible?
And the sixth offense, his order to control the court, he arrested all the clerks who wouldn't obey him. That matches. We're invite us all to the months for blessings, but Dagenbrecker had men stop us. For the seventh then, it's obvious that Victoria wanted to get a bigger slice of the pie, but Carlin Trade refused them. Real idiot, you know that? It's proof that Anciotus has gone and betrayed Kjerag.
I mean, also it's like, all of this is just like, once it's already happened, it's really easy
for the Duke of Castor and anyone else who like wanted to in Victoria, just by starting from the conclusion, okay, we want to make Silver Ash look bad. So then you can just say everything that he did was for a bad purpose. So then it's like, well, yeah, of course then it all lines up. He did the things, and now they're telling you after. If they had predicted it, if there was some way to prove this was predictive, then it would have then it would be more proof. This really doesn't prove anything. Because you just started from, you can just write something like this by starting from the conclusion that Silver Ash did something bad, and then just figure out how to link the pieces together. True or not, like this, it's not very like proving of anything, because anybody could do it. So even though like a lot of these are true, it's also like, logically, if you think about it, it shouldn't prove anything to anyone, because you could just say all of this shit no matter what. Victoria made a fair point about Carlin Tree going against all their contracts, and now they're one stuck with the bill thanks to Anciota's stupid decisions. So you think we should do what Victoria says? Or Carlin Tree to stick with the old mine agreement and put Anciotas on trial? They said they do a joint trial with the Vine Beat Court. It'll be fine. Anciotas will be lucky if she got banished for his crimes. The crime he's done is letting you run your mouth in this rebuilt pub. She's been doing all the good while it's only someone else doing the sinning? Wow, what a coincidence. I don't understand any of this. I know it's always us who have to suffer for it. Come on, man, trust our Anciotas. He's helped us out before. The hell was that? Outside. I heard a lot of trembling talk on the way here. Please tell me you're doing more than admiring the snow. Well, you shouldn't have asked. Is everything that happened still as you expected? If I said yes, would you believe me? I would, because we're not unprepared. During the recent growth window, Carlin Trade, I'm afraid it is you who is the optimistic one this time, Gnosis. You know that no matter how many plans and contingencies we make, things will inevitably exceed our expectations. From the 3 clans of Vinebeat Court and stretching out to all the people of Kjerag, Victoria's methods are plain to see. As someone who always bets every chip he has, you were never afraid of risk. Thus, all this is all I'd serve. Horn. Dark clouds cover the steel behemoths of Victoria trample across the white snowfields. Astor's fleet. Before this fleet was the one that drove the devils out of Victoria during the Battle of Londinium. After the battle concluded, Castor took the time to restore its flagship, so that her glory may live on. How many upon this great land can boast the might to stand against this force? Chose to walk the more difficult road? This time we meet the end of it. Yeah. I really do like the way that they like paint the backgrounds and everything. You can see on like the ship, you can almost see like the brush marks, and you can see like the way that they obviously they do it digitally, but the tools they use create like different brush marks and types and everything, and you can almost like see the different what would be the painting techniques required to create it. I'm fully rooting for you, Silver Ash. I fucking hate the Duke of Castor. I hate that bitch. All my homies hate the Duke of Castor. The moment you hate on the Duke of Castor, I'm all in with you. Like, Reed and Ablana, both of them doing shit, not doing shit that the Duke of Castor doesn't want. I'm down with them. Down with the Draco. Siege, when she was in the little event that was like the overture or whatever the fuck, and she was dunking on, all in on that. Fully on her side. Silver Ash here, fully on his side. If Mel from League of Legends was in a conflict with her, now that's more difficult. That one requires a bit of, you know. If Mel, if Katarina, you know, if some of these League, if some of them, maybe not. They're a little too annoying. They're annoying to play against. I hate them.
Why are all Kjerag's mountains so hard to climb? Just bear it a little longer, Elena. We need to avoid the Vinebear Court, and it's the only road that does so. Also, mountains are hard to climb, Elena. It's like a thing about climbing mountains. It's not easy. Riff Cloudbeast clambers up onto Elena's shoulder out of nowhere before jumping back into Joanna's embrace, letting out a high-pitched cry.
It's laughing at you.
Laugh all you want. I've been more exercise today than the past 20-something years I've been alive. He looks at the crestfallen Elena, letting out a light chuckle as she turns the corner. He has a simple camp by the side of the road, not far away from where they stand. There are many clerics of the Vinebeat Court warming themselves by the fire. Amidst the crowd, he picks up a familiar figure with but a glance. Why'd you stop, Inya? Is that El Dorazzo? Who? I didn't think... I would run into you here.
You should not be here, Saintus.
You know, Elder, when you're talking with the Saintess, you should be more...
I know, yet I also know this is not the road she's meant to be on.
But if it is to search for Kjerag,
All shall seek her in their time of need. So what is it you need?
you instructed me to go down the pilgrimage that I may atone for the sins of all Kjerag to her. Thus what I need to find is her. Pray to her for forgiveness.
I'd want to get you out of the Vinemead Court at the time.
In doing so, what would not be hindered by me?
I hope that while you off on a pilgrimage, we'd be able to sway the Duke of Castor in handling Ansiotas, and that when you return, it would be both parties warm and wary. The court would then take advantage of your return to declare a miracle, thus gaining true control. Whether declared war on the court too soon, I could not allow myself to fall in the hands of Castor or Ansiotas, as the prisoner or as their puppet.
I presume you being here means you're thinking of being like the court clerics of old, going to call into the ancient refuges and the legends where you can wait for the moment your enemies are warned.
As such, there's no need for you to continue with your meaningless circuit, Saintus. Always seek refuge atop the mountains. There will come a time that the people will beg on bended knee for you and us to appear.
The silent elders of the court, behind him, stand up, one after the other, forming a semicircle before the Saintess. He glances at Enya with unease, her hand subconsciously moving towards her crossbow, and he merely gives her a light shake of her head. I cannot stop. The next catastrophe is nearly upon us. What? The Saintess is right, Elder. You must have noticed the strange weather these past few days. I already found an important clue about the heart of Carlin. We have the opportunity to learn the exact reason why a catastrophe came to strike Kjerag. Maybe even the truth behind Kjeragander.
It is meaningless,
Elder?
because Kjeragander does not exist.
What did you say? What did you say? When I left the court, you told me quite the opposite.
Kjeragander can exist within the plants. The stones are words and deeds. Will not find a true form atop this great land. It is not real, only existing within our imaginations.
Not even you can blaspheme against her, Elder Adso.
When I was young, my faith in her is very much the same as yours. Father and uncle sent me to the Vinebeard Court as a child, asked me to secretly aid Clan Browntail with their mission. All I want to do was to serve her in all sincerity. Great Elder tasked me with managing the Hall of Writings. I was giddy with glee. What to do with her? Maybe fragmented pages or ridiculous essays were studied by me over and over. The more you read, the more you realize that the so-called Kjeragander is more than a piece of scripture assembled by mortal men. Now you deny it, Saintus. You have seen what is said to be the original copy, or more than a few scant phrases, even like what we have today.
It's not true, is it, Anya?
From marketplace chatter to historical records, foreign legends from who knows where, old gales, snowy peaks, and you have the miracles of Kjeragander. This is my inspection of everything, and to find even the tiniest shred of evidence unlike the rest. Found were more and more archetypical tales. Even found signs of adaptation left behind by previous court elders in the margins of a few books.
You will tend to find a lot of archetypical tales across different religions and across different faiths, and just in general in folk tales in different places, because a lot of them tend to be fables in the way that fables have morals and the moral of the story. Fables have that, and a lot of like religious and folk tales both have some kind of moral. Whether even if it's not religious in nature, like Boy Who Cried Wolf and everything is obviously not necessarily religious in nature. It's just about if you lie all the time, then motherfuckers won't believe you when you really need them to.
Why didn't you tell anyone?
And what would I say? What is Kjerag to you, Saintus?
Not a question any one child of Kjerag can answer.
Kjerag already has its answer. It's the nation of faith. Theodosius has tried to undermine it. The Duke of Castor tried to swallow it. Even they dare not defy Kjeragander. At least not openly.
If she doesn't exist, then who founded Kjerag?
A country was never one built atop our flesh and bones. There was no country. It was built atop our flesh, our bones. It's the ancestors of the people of Kjerag, who amidst these snow-capped mountains of despair, labored tortuously to create a place where they could survive. People could never understand why fate decreed they should struggle in suffering, while others thrived in merriment. So abandoned upon these hopeless rocks, they had to seek consolation elsewhere. They may continue to live. The cries of some almighty leader, the prayers for majesty and morality, regeneration of Kjerag. Kjeragander was born. From the moment of her birth, she became the foundation of Kjerag. Because of their need for faith, generation after generation must repeat a lie. Kjerag needed virtue and law, needed art and aesthetics, needed family and tradition. With perfect timing, it would appear by our sides, leaving behind a few revelatory words of wisdom. This gave an unbreakable order. It's lasted time immemorial.
So in your eyes, this lie must be maintained at any cost, so that Kjerag itself can be maintained?
Indeed. Every nation has its own lie. Rags is Kjeraganda.
I disagree. A lie can bring temporary reprieve, but it cannot become the eternal law through which we live. You believe it is able to maintain order, so you care not for the sincere longing of the people. You treat their feelings as a tool you can control. When this longing tears through the veil you have constructed, the vine bead caught in the faith it hence too shall be shattered beyond repair. From that point of view, you are your hated Enceotis' greatest ally.
There's only one thing I wish to ask you. Do you believe Kjeraganda exists?
But... She shifts through her mind, through all memories it had made, but she's already forgotten. How she looked, vague wisp of emotion, all forgotten. No memory, no person who can vouch for her, no one who can offer her words of comfort. Heart lies empty. I do. You claim this is all a lie, Elder Odso, which is proof that there is a truth to correspond with this lie. And so I believe that in the passion and goodness preached by the scriptures, if Kjeraganda exists in Kjerag, besides I've already found the path to her. If you must refute me, then come witness alongside me.
Your faith is pointless, Saintus. Greater disaster awaits Kjerag. Enceotis' short-sightedness has already left her faith on the brink of collapse. This is our last chance to save her.
Ever since the pilgrimage began, you've treated me as part of your conspiracy.
Because we both dedicated our entire lives to faith, possible for you not to understand my devotion.
And what is it you wish me to do?
A suitable hour, return with me to the Vinebead Court to regain control. I have to look at our specific circumstances to deal with the Duke of Casta, but Enceotis must be eliminated. You gotta come find me. It's like one of the few times that absolute crazy shit doesn't happen is when I'm here. A little bit of crazy shit, but not like as crazy. Your kind soul, I cannot bear to harm your brother. I understand. Enceotis must leave Kjerag. It's the most we can allow him.
This is pure coercion.
In return, I can take you to the place you seek. When I was young, I'd searched all of Garland. I must face the truth. This will be the quickest way to do it.
I accept. And yeah, on one condition. If you really do find proof of Kjeraganda, you shall announce all your schemes regarding Enceotis.
Very well. Kjeraganda above, witness on valve.
How much more we got? We got OS 9, we got OS 9, OS 10, OS 4. I think we can do it. Rumblings of some distant commotion disturb the scant snow atop the trees. Should be a silent street filled with an ominous warmth. Be a road to the foot of Mount Carlin that led to the Vinebead Court, but now Victorian soldiers barred the path as the treads of their tanks crushed its surface. A latent impassable barrier. Loudspeakers atop the tanks play a message in clear Kjerag. People of Kjerag, do not panic. According to the Rory's policy regarding the current situation, will ensure everyone's safety. The operation will not disturb the everyday lives of residents. We simply suggest everyone stays at home in this weather. We also have a warning for the criminals who have abducted Victorian citizens and for those who associate with them. Release the hostages immediately, or we will take immediate action. Because this is not immediate action.
Hey, mister, mind if I cross the road? I need to get home to get the fire going. It's about dinner time and my wife's waiting for me.
Area's awful. This area's all the off limits here. Take a detour, you wait.
I'm just trying to get to the other side of the road. Safety is the issue. Go ahead and search me. I've just got food on me, nothing else.
Are you with the Vinebead Court?
No, I'm just a smith.
Take a detour away.
Crossed this road for decades now.
Oh, don't cause them trouble, mister. Nothing good will come of it. Listen, get out of there already. They're very violent. I will not be repeating myself a third time. Man totters away, turns his head to look back. When over the workshop, his wife looks back at him. He waves his hand, telling his wife to leave.
Kjeraganda above. Wish to hear of your worth.
Invaders, how dare you? Get out, you hear me? Get out!
Victorians this, Victorians that. It's what I hate hearing the most these days. In the areas, they'll be brave enough to kidnap one of us at a time like this. Do you get it? It's obviously just some worthless excuse. Now that the Victorians are Kjerag's about to change. But Fuston, they're all just sitting back to watch what's going on with your pessimistic talks. More spineless than starting burn me, so I'm gonna show them the real Kjerag. You're gonna make a ruckus, do it somewhere further away. Don't drag me into this. Right, go to Carlin Trade. They got guards, don't they? You're all a bunch of cowards. Cowards? I get it, you got guts and don't mind getting your hands dirty, but do you have a family? This is the outcome of all the negotiations. 3 clans of any core called trade. If none of them are going to do anything, what can we do? Kjeraganda above, forgive me for my fear and cowardice. Oh,
fucking all. As is notable, none of them have eyes, and half of them don't have mouths, as a sign of how soulless the British are. As a sign of the inhuman nature of the British. Anger, fear, unease, all sorts of emotions roil across the unarmed crowd. They have no effect on the armed soldiers across from them. Voices are drowned by the roar of the engines. Deck of the Gloriana. Oh my god. Damn. Are you related to... I mean, I guess... If you're the leader of the personal guard, you're probably related to Anciotus and Castor. That's 100% like a noble appointment. You would not be getting to be the leader of the personal guard without having some ties. Damn. It's like Kjerag Whislash. Your Grace, my fleet has encircled the passes into Kjerag's mountains. Vanguard force in Kjerag has also surrounded the Vinebeat Court. Kjerag's own warriors are powerless to resist us. The whereabouts of Kjerag's Saintess are currently unknown, but we shall ensure that the moment she appears, we will locate her. The situation is still under control, so forgive me for speaking bluntly. There is no need for your Grace to attend the battle in person.
Oh, do not be hasty, Philippa. Choose your words wisely, if I may correct you. Kjerag is not our enemy, but a valuable partner in cooperation.
Why do you suddenly sound so evil? But Carlin Trade still has not given an official response to our invitation to negotiate.
I can imagine. Anciotus is a prideful man. One assumes that under process failure must be of inconceivable difficulty for him. You must have heard some of the tales about Philippa. By all calculations, he's your kin as well.
If he really is the talented genius the rumors paint him as, then why do you abandon the chance to stand by your side, designed to bury himself in the mountains instead? I simply don't understand.
Like I said, he really is the prideful sort. Give him a little more time. 6 hours should do it. The government of Kjerag continues to refuse to accept our agreement, and things can only end in a regretful manner.
Understood. There is still one trifling matter I'm unsure is worth your Grace's consideration. The matriarch of Clanbrantile, who, by all rights, should be dead. We've discovered further traces of activity from her. She's currently hidden within the Vinebeat Court under the protection of the Black Knight.
Anciotus would not go to such lengths to hide someone unimportant at a time like this. It is not worth mentioning, but I am not fond of variables. Find her! Find what she is hiding!
As you command, your Grace. Why do I feel like I'm like Kronk here to like to an Isma? Understood. I shall carry out this assignment to a limited extent, then await further instruction. All hands take note. Team 1, guard the front. Team 2, head to the north gate to lock it down. Team 3 and 4, find high vantage points to watch the court. Be on guard. If you allow even a single soul out, you shall have to answer to her Grace in person. And she is disgusting, ugly, and mean. Oh my god, Carlin Trade employee. Damn. Damn. Just being a baddie in the hiring criteria? I've not received any orders to allow Victorians in, sir. I understand. We shall wait here for a reply. The chairman has informed me not to accept any invitations if you...
No matter. I'm happy to wait here patiently, just like every child of Kjerag waits for a better winter to pass. Speaking of, how do you people prepare for winter? I'm rather curious.
I fear you may not have the opportunity to learn for yourself.
I'm not here representing myself. My experiences are not important, Mr. Edelweiss. I believe these terrible conditions call for giving everyone an equal chance to express themselves. Don't you agree?
Why are you here?
Rest easy, Chairman Edelweiss of Carlin Trade. I've come for one very simple task, to invite Mr. Silverash to the negotiating table on behalf of Her Grace. A simple, peaceful conversation, all for protecting the bond between our two nations.
Brazenly sent an army to surround Kjerag, aimed your cannons at civilians, and dispatched your troops to blockade our markets. These actions meant to be part of this peaceful conversation.
Yeah, they are. We'll go with that. Edelweiss, the Grace simply wishes to let the true master of Kjerag know that such speeding warship cares not whether people stop instead run. For most of their best choice is to hold the handrail tight. Profound understanding can come from the passenger. Sorry, a little burp. I've been drinking carbonated stuff. It all depends on the commands you've received, sir.
Get to the point, Victorian. You shouldn't need to teach me how to say what you're... You didn't teach me. You shouldn't need me to teach you how to say what you're here to say.
I'd much rather call sending a request, Miss Advice, a request from Victoria as a recite these days. We cordially invite Mrs. Silverage to a spirited discussion with her Grace about the future of Kjerag. We shall ensure the meeting goes smoothly. Her Grace also recommended that none be harmed. Then we too have our own request, Victoria, is to immediately cease this military invasion. To inform you that such a thing hints at the results of Mrs. Silverage and Her Grace's talks. I'm unqualified to make such a promise in Her Grace's stead. Right, my only hope is that there shall be a place warm enough for me to spend the winter. A fleeting hope that it shall be Kjerag.
God, please tell me. Oh, God, please tell me that, like, they blow up a warship. God, please tell me they, like, unleash the secret weapon that they got in Kjerag and they blow up a warship. They, like, blow up a big one and, like, Caster's super upset about it. Silver Ash, I've never asked you for anything, brother. Hook me up with this one. Hook me up. How should you present yourself when you face her? I've asked myself the question countless times until tears of remorse flowed down my face, for I could not find the answer. It's like how, as wavering cold winds, I cannot find anything. The art of Carlin is mere mystic rhetoric, painting within a dream, mere mire amidst the mountains. Maybe Court says that when you are on the brink of death, you shall see her face. I believe this is my last chance. I'm unable to prove anything to you. I can only see my mother by the bonfire, my wife underneath the curtains, the life I should have. Come to the end of this faithless follower's epitaph, unwritten by him for him. Last request to you is to wipe away the snow upon this tomb. A lonely grave stands by the road. Anya and Edso stop in front of it.
All I did was bury him. He only had time to carve himself a marker before he died.
So the bones we saw along the way are all
Bones of humans. Only human beings would use value and meaning to paralyze themselves to climb Garland. Walk to her side to witness her existence, willing to give up their lives.
His right hand brushed against the worn wooden marker, completing its master's last wish. Cold wind sweeps past her fingertips, urging her to grab hold of something. Lifts her head towards the snow-capped peaks. Her ears catch the sound of a young woman laughing.
Elder, did you hear?
Swallows down your first question. The laughter echoes between the mountains and fades. Becomes nothing more than a memory.
I didn't hear anything. Please proceed, Saintus.
He hesitates for a moment before nodding, continuing onwards towards the darkening horizon, where the peaks laden with thick snow. The wind picks up, tangling itself in the saint's clothes, leaving behind the snow stuck to her brow, like how it snicks to the withering trees, like how it snickers. When you don't read ahead, it's much easier to misspeak. Processing the word, because like you read it and then you speak it. You're like processing it rather quickly.
You need to try harder. We can't keep up with any if I have to keep pulling you. We're only 2 steps behind. You need to stand so close. All right, just now. You were talking to something, right? I think I saw it too. There's nothing here except snow and rocks. Never. Doesn't matter. Oh, they've both gone schizo.
And to force herself forward a few more steps. Behind her, the snow where she stepped is suffused with a deep blue glow. At the same time, she has the faint sensation of someone watching her. Though the only one by her side is Joanna, gritting her teeth as she pulls at Elena's arm. The billowing wind has numbed her brain. Must have been her imagination. As the thought runs through her mind, Elena hears a sigh.
You took it upon yourself to enter a gamble you are fated to lose, Saintus. This is, indeed, depths of the mountains, location of the heart of Garland.
Oop. Big ol' hole.
It did as you asked, Anya. I dragged her all the way here. We're here. Don't just stand there. Huh? Wait, this... No, it can't be.
Now puts all her strength into shaking her head and patting her cheeks before taking a bevy of instruments, waving them against the cave wall. An ordinary cave. Nothing can be seen anywhere in Kjerag. The usual property is its proximity to Mount Carlin's peak. He heads deeper within, her breathing picking up pace as she does. The deepest part of the cave is only 100 meters from the entrance, barely wide enough to fit 5 or 6 men. Rocks are covered in a thin layer of moss and lichen. The air is permeated with the humid scent of fungi and soil.
Not the first who wished to find her here. Neither was I. Find her. Neither was I. My greatest wish during my youth was to witness her true form. To herself before her. Read every book and all writings. Read every line of every poem. Find proof of her existence. Many before me have left behind records and analysis. Won't mention this place. The only cave atop Mount Carlin. Followed the endless rugged mountain just before finally finding myself here.
I'd say the clerics of the court once sought refuge in the depths of Carlin.
Just so. Perhaps you still recall the story of the saints who roused Kjerag.
According to legend, when Kjerag sent divine punishment, Vinebead Court chose 100 girls in succession to ascend the mountain and pray. The last of the girls was the one who quelled her fury. But in truth, that final girl was the daughter of a clan leader, which incited the great clans to ally and lay siege to the court.
During the so-called massacre, the surviving clerics fled here, for which came the so-called miracle, peace returning to Kjerag.
How would you explain this miracle?
Look at Kjerag as it is now, and the answer should be clear. Never heard of a war that came to an end for no reason. If even the murder of a girl can transform into a sublime miracle, so too can political compromise become the stuff of legend.
Murder. So that is how you see the actions of the court of old.
Indeed. Whose murder to seek comfort, ignorance to spur on the heart, is the bloody dead of the court, is born in the name of Kjerag. No God to promise us eternity, every step is on thin ice with no room for inattention. I brought you here to learn the truth behind Kjerag, Saintus. Now I shall wait for you, no matter how long you struggle to process it.
Enya, come over here, quick! Proof that the fucking Kjerag is real. This pile of rocks in the deep star of the cave doesn't seem natural. It's more like a door that someone built.
The clerics of old made this place into a sanctuary. Finding things here is hardly strange.
In other words, behind this door is most likely the hiding place of all the ancient clerics. A place where countless secrets of Kjerag are hidden.
It's more likely is behind that door you'll find absolutely nothing.
Let us bear witness, Elder Adso. She half shuts her eyes as she walks past the old man, droning on about history, slowly approaching the end of the cave. Takes a deep breath and presses her body against the cave wall, like a reunion hug after a long time away. Oil sticks to her hands and cheeks, moss pokes out from under her hair, as if she were fast asleep atop the earth. I can feel it.
According to my readings, Enya, behind this super thin rock wall, there seems to be a giant cavern. There's no other way in. I can blow this door open if we have to. Wait, this is holy ground.
Do it.
What, Enya? Oh, Kjerag above, pardon the intrusion. It's all in the name of truth.
Yeah, okay, is it real? The person with the same name we see is fully CGI. AI generated. Yeah, Kara is just AI slop.
All right, we gotta take another quick piss break.
Let me expand the parkour for you guys again. You know how it be. In order to maintain my throat, I gotta be a bit of a pisser. The crazy shit continues. We will reach the conclusion soon. We're at OS 9 after, so we're getting towards like the boss fight. So shit's about to turn up.
Alrighty then, let's get this back to the proper size.
I'm in position. As a Grace its latest instructions state, that a feigned death must have a reason. Most likely carrying important information on a person and is to be captured alive. It's the front. The courtyard's empty. Prepare for direct contact. Do not attract attention. End it quick. The thing to watch out for is the Black Knight. She's most likely still here. But where is she? She intruder looks out warily, holding his weapon tight. Not good. Black Dangerous flies at unbelievable speed toward him. Intruder sent flying by the incredible force, slamming into the walls. Damn, bro didn't even get pierced. He got hit by the dull side. He just got fucking briar-eat into the wall. Ah, I heard more fighting outside. When the blazes is going on? Quiet down. Rickiest enemies for us to handle are outside right now. Dagenberger's risking her life to protect us. The only thing you can do right now is sit down, shut up, and not be discovered. I heard the broadcast say I'm a hostage abducted by Kjerag. Why? Your fellow Victorians got their weapons out and started up their tanks. They're not letting anything out of this place. So they're here to rescue you? Or are they here to keep people in the know locked up in here so they can get other plans done? The answer is obvious. They're using my rescue as an excuse to invade Kjerag. It's what you said. It seems reality agrees with you. How did it all come to this? You got a way to get the information out. You can ask your fellow countrymen that question. When I came to this place, I thought it'd help the oppressed people. With my camera and my words, I'll be able to let more people know about the true Kjerag. I believed all that I did had meaning. Should I be thanking you for your kindness or something? Right, I'll treat you as an actual kind-hearted lady then. Don't play dumb with me now. What do you think? What do you think of what you've seen? Why do you think what you've seen is the true Kjerag? And who do you think is doing the oppressing here? I don't know. What? Whoa, what? The clan leaders? Do you fucking tell me that? Melting snow atop the roof becomes water dripping into the courtyard, causing ripples and the intruders pooling blood. For him, the face shrouded in light looks right back at him. In the great hall, the candle flames are like chained bloodthirst, raging and roiling. Mr. Powell, no one of the reports on Kjerag emphasized the Black Knight's presence. I knew you people would try to sneak in. You. To tell you the truth, I can't tell which of you is which underneath those masks. It's a colleague of yours who came back to Kjerag before. Surely he told you this land is not one you can trample as you please. Indeed, your famous is known to us. We made sure to make ample preparations. So you intend to win through numbers? None of us got up to claim victory over you. It's only a mission, nothing more. Your clothes may mark you as elites, but here's something you wouldn't draw without feeling some pain. If you wish to pass, it will only be as a corpse. Did you not? The 1,000v1 fight from the last event. One of your guys was there for. Did he not tell you? Like you guys may be good, but there's probably like 20 of you. Like you're really not going to win, even if it's the numbers here. Like I'm really OP. Like the writers have made that clear. I'm very OP. Are you not? Whatever. Come. As rare as that I have the chance to go all out, I suppose I should consider you all willing to die. Takes up a killing stance as the air is filled with the muffled cries of unsheathed weapons. Drawn blades and cold gleams, they slowly step forward, stepping into the puddles reflecting a muddled sky. It's holy ground, a savage melee is about to begin. When air warms and dries, falling snow melts, steam rises, droplets splash about. When the clash of steel against flesh comes sparks of scarlet. Crazy ass shit be going down. Oh, red! Red again. Shit's going crazy. Oh, explosion stone, cloth movement. Shanked, sword breaker. Red, body fall down. Soldiers run. Huh. That's bad. Again. I never thought it would be like this. Should I have come to Kjerag, Madame Ratos? That's a question you need to answer yourself along with your country. On the Kjerag side of things, it might have also considered using one of us as pure-hearted as you. So I can't really blame Victoria for doing it. So what exactly does the information I have mean to Victoria and to Kjerag? They're just making a fuss out of you to make it look like the facts are already settled, so don't take it too seriously. We're hostages, nothing more. I feel this is all rather absurd. Well, that's one way to sum it up. If your camera still works, this would make some excellent material for you. If I walked out that door, the rest of you would be fine, right? If you did, they'd point their swords at you and confiscate all your material. You yourself might even disappear without a trace, with nobody else knowing what had happened to you. But things having come to a head, you're the one who's meant to understand them the most, not me. So are we supposed to sit here and do nothing? I don't think the Victorians want to lose you, Miss Hostage. Calm down and wait, and then... I don't care what your plan is, Enciotis. It's time to put it into action. Like, let's fucking go!
Reporting in. Built some temporary fortifications just like yours, Sir Arctos. The enemy fleet hasn't fired yet, so they're marching towards a place 3 clicks from us. How should we respond? Explosives reserves? We've moved over all we could. We'll be risking our lives, but at the very least, we can delay the Victorian advance for a while. Good. With the troops ready in formation. Meanwhile, I'll have a chat with these Victorians.
The ship stops in front of him. Its dark gray armor plating reflects the sun's light. It's one of the rare moments in Arctog's life he's forced to look up. Bro is actually having like a tank man incident, like the Tiananmen Square, like the dude looking up at all the tanks.
Who's your commander? Tell him to come out for a chat.
Like, oh, why? What is that? What is that? What's with the silver going over the... I always keep my complimentary nose chain on. Always got to be prepared in case any nose-related attacks come in. My commanding officer does not wish to come to blows with the Arctos Palaroche.
That all demands on why you come to Kjerag. Don't tell me you're all just lost in the woods.
Honestly, we did get a little lost on the way here. This wasn't where we meant to be. So I'll be totally honest about that, but yeah. The Great's already made everything clear in the open letter. We must defend Victoria's interests while helping Kjerag stabilize following the catastrophe. All we ask is for the mastermind behind Kjerag's troubles, Enciotis Silverash, to receive the trial he deserves, which I believe is in line with Clan Palaroche's thinking.
The only thing I'm thinking is this. If you take even more one step forward, you'll pay the full price for it. The only way you'll be going further into Kjerag is over my dead body.
Back already? What are the commander's orders?
No changes. Keep guarding this final checkpoint. All people are in. Definitely find Kjerag's awesome.
Been searching for ages now. They still haven't found anything?
Yep. Even if Kjerag can't make any big moves like they said, I'm not willing to bet that Enciotis doesn't have something up his sleeve.
Maybe another transport truck.
This one's all yours, buddy. I'm all tired from checking all these beans in the last truck. Fine.
Everybody's down the truck slowly approaching. It immediately comes to a halt.
Promise that as per Grace's orders, all vehicle passing through this void are to be searched and unload your cargo.
Just got him. I just imagine like cartoon adjacent, like the windows open as he rolls up, and just like one arm comes out with a baton and like bops him on the head. The thick baton smashes into his head with a bonk, where the other guards cry for help, and the shadow appears behind him, tightening itself around his neck.
We've cleared the road again, sir, just like the plan said.
Update on the... It's Gnosis, then is that...
Would that be Matterhorn?
Maybe. Could also be Courier. I guess I'll just assume it's Matterhorn, even if I guess it's either him or Courier.
Updates for Gnosis on the situation. Get those supplies transported. We can't keep him waiting.
Actually, it would make more sense if it was Courier if we're transporting supplies, potentially, so... Eh. She's unsure whose blood is blurring her sight as it runs down her cheek at the corner of her mouth. She tastes an iron tang she's not tasted in a while. Twin Dagenbreakers quiver as they thumbed off blades coming at her from all directions. While her enemy's wily tricks have left wounds all over her body, she's not taken a single step back. 7 or 8 of her foes lie slumped on the floor around her. Wow, you guys like really, your common soldiers must really be fucking ass. If like 20 of you is enough to like get me like this, and 100, 1,000 couldn't stop me before. You gotta like revamp it's a normal training program or something.
Yeah, she'll admit, Black Knight.
In truth,
you can still choose to lay down your arms and surrender. Your mouth. Look up your silver tongues and come at me if you're brave enough. Even you must bleed. Would you not regret dying here, knight? Meaning this dribble then said to someone who holds their own life cheap.
I will. Did you not hear my theme? It was all about the whole being a bodyguard thing. It wasn't really about me. Not in my theme song. I can play it for you. I always have it. I kind of liked it. It's a bit of a guilty pleasure. Clang. She takes advantage of her foe's moment of complacency, sending him flying. Most times she could not let a blow this strong. Now her strength is fueled by a rage that had not burned in a very long time. We recited the Scarlet Knight's furious form was to strike fear in the hearts of her enemies. Some of them take half a step back. What are you so afraid of? What are you so afraid of? The guy who's the woman who's killed 7 or 8 of your dudes? What are you so afraid of? Huh? The knight takes a shaky step forward, leaving behind 2 trails of blood upon the ground. Her eyes shine even brighter than ever. The shine of bloodshot eyes. By his fast losing ability to stand, your unwavering fervor still flows from where? He does not know. Candles of the hall slowly extinguish. Reflections on the floor become all the more blurry. At the end, she staggers. Several smoke grenades fly into the courtyard, covering everything in a cloud of fumes. Oh, who's there? I got caught, guards. Someone on intelligence didn't account for is intervening. We can't continue this mission. Abort mission. Retreat with the wounded. Made it right on time. Victoria's elite hooligans won't be sorted that easily. We need to find somewhere safe. Wake up. It's no time for a nap. Sharp, he's back. Yo. Sharp? What the fuck are you doing here? What's good? Take it easy with the talking. You're wounded. Does the doctor send you? Silver Ash's been in contact with the doctor the whole time. After hearing about the catastrophe in Kjerag, the doctor figured you'd run into trouble. While we do have our hands pretty full at the moment, the doctor did promise that if you ever found yourselves in a pinch, we wouldn't just stand back and watch. Already called Rhodes Island for reinforcements. They should be here any minute now. What about Enciotas? No need to worry. I believe Silver Ash has managed to take the reins of his situation. Hang in there, Dagenbreaker. You're through the hardest part now.
Are we able to maintain our current output?
Yes, sir. Ammunition stocks will be as expected, but Chairman Edelweiss, I can't help but doubt things. If we're facing Duke Cash's fleet, then even if we raise our efficiency tenfold, we still won't be able to compete with them.
No need to worry, just follow the plan. We'll handle the rest.
I've worked for Carlin Trade for 11 years now, Chairman. I know what's brought to Kjerag. I'll believe in both of you.
Seems you're ready now. I suppose you don't need me for any further reminders, Master of Clan Silver Ash.
Since this is to be a negotiation, I thought I would change it to something more formal.
Gaster's army has laid siege to Kjerag while our advanced forces have control over several of our streets, forcing civilians back into their homes. Marktas is the present men to confront the Victorians, but they are a frail force in comparison. Duke's envoy came by Carlin Trade asking me to pass you an invitation to the negotiating table. And she's waiting for you, Enciotas.
Sounds like the situation is still within our expectations.
Look at you, admiring this lonely battleship. Does it not seem too weak as it is now?
Lately, I found myself often thinking about a day from many years ago. The day my parents received an invitation from Clan Browntail. My father told me that the reason why the Browntails and Palarocious did not support us was because they had not seen what he had seen. Someone can take a step forward, even if it's only a single step.
Even if it's the infamous Luca Browntail.
They knew of the worst case scenario, but they did not hesitate. And I'm at the age at which they passed away. Looking back, it seems that some things haven't changed. But at least now I know why they did not hesitate.
In the wake of that passing, I followed my clans. We left Kjerag to head to Victoria. It was a rough start. I was learning almost out of habit as I got used to the disdainful looks of my Victorian classmates. But what kept me going was the knowledge that one day I would return to Kjerag. At the end, you went to Victoria too.
Yeah, I shall never forget the look on your face when I first greeted you at school.
I was simply surprised by the way you greeted me, asking me if I still remembered our childhood promise like some sort of naive fool.
You still want to make Kjerag big enough for the both of us.
But it was also what convinced me that everything you said, the future you envisioned, was no mere fantasy. That's my rope to Carlin Trade, which leads me to today.
Today is far from enough notice. I'm about to meet with the house, most ruthless of creditors. No matter if I'm there to see it or not, I will give Kjerag tomorrow.
Finally, I want you to know that it's not just us supporting you, many other people of Kjerag do too. Carlin Trade's years of toil were not for nothing.
There's the boys, looking over the big ol' thing. You were to ask me what I'd wish for this very moment.
You were always able to get people to tell you exactly that.
Do you have an example?
You told Dagenbreaker you'd treat her as nothing more than a pawn. And then when her contract expired, it was up to her if she stayed in Kjerag. But you already knew her answer.
Perhaps why I wish to hear such words is precisely because I'm not so sure you would give me such answers.
Are you afraid?
When I declared I would make Kjerag into a grand stage big enough for us more than 20 years ago, I signed away all rights to be afraid. Experience it for yourself. I'm sure you've not forgotten.
but at times I too need a few words of encouragement. So if Dagenbrecker and I managed to provide you with them, without a doubt, I'm truly glad to have you both. Perhaps in the Kjerag to come, we will no longer need to make these usurious deals or rely on the Vinebead court to have faith. Perhaps you two will have the better of me, and enough with the flattery, Enceotis. Enough with turning towards me and changing the CG. Go and see the Kjerag of your dreams for yourself. Go and see the Kjerag of your dreams for yourself. If you're a coward who does not face his own dream, then so be it. Dagenbrecker and I have our own things to do. Like right now, I should go. I'm basically a sourpuss. As you wish. OS 10 before, we got just a little left. Oh baby. Oh. This is totally random, but I was laughing because I think you're like the only one here. I remembered mentioning to damn crazy. Also, it'd be lightning that's the physical thing. Unless you mean the sound that was enough to make things shake. Which would be crazier. It'd be more worrying. As I can see it, I suppose, lightning, it probably would have been thunder because sound-wise, because lightning is not exactly super forceful. Yeah, I talked a bit about it to Hugo, and I was talking about stuff yesterday. Like, I'm kind of like on Tuesdays, I'm like more than excited for C Squad. I'm like more excited for the fact that after C Squad is fucking the Nuzlocke streams. Like a second after the fly, so yeah. Close by. The rock wall collapses with the first blast, revealing a deep cavern to the spelunkers. It's like I thought. Looks like you really can go deeper. Can't see much further than the tunnel entrance. We'll need to go down if we want to explore. Enya? Mission echoes through the cave. The saintess does not answer. She is watching the babbling old man purse his lips tight. Seek not my temple, but my heart. I await you, Eldorado. His legs are like wizened tree roots. His dried-out throat like a shallow pool in the dry season. There he stands unmoving.
I shall say and keep watch. You enter to do what you must do.
But didn't you make a vow with Enya that you'd prove whatever is inside? Isn't Kjerag there? If you don't come with us...
Already made myself clear. I shall keep watch outside. If she truly does exist, she should come out herself to greet me.
Elder, it seems as though rather than learning the truth, you would much rather be blind to evidence of her.
No. Or not. Never. There are no answers here.
Why did you bring us here, yet refuse to bear witness?
No, it does not exist. Lord of Silver Ash and you two do not pretend you have not seen. Hunters who tan furs with frozen fingers, the cleaners who choke upon dust, the apathy haunted with their torn skin. You not seen them? They who kneel upon the dirt until their knees bleed, not to beg and plead for Kjerag for salvation, or to end their miserable lives early even. We huddle together in your warm houses, making merry. It was I, the Feinberg court. Go to where you are unwilling to even look to. The homes of the impoverished and destitute. It's I who sued them. I have kept preaching that none of them shall be abandoned. If you were born to a lifetime of suffering, there is still a God who loves you. It was we who built the nation. People can greet their ends with a smile. You, Kjerag, his arbitrary liege lord, his king who sees all as a cattle. You should save these people, save all of Kjerag. She is aloof, edging up some miracle every once in a while to show her power. Why is it only ever barely a handful of people saved? Now you even wish to go see this monster, this tyrant. Ask her to deny me, to deny the order we've so painstakingly built. I cannot.
What more is left that could support this old man? Lapsed in the dirt, crying out in anguish, his frail body was struck by some invisible hammer.
Speak, tell me. I just not know. I just not understand. Why do you stay silent?
Great Elder, why is he so upset? Eldorado, I understand where you're coming from. We're not allowed to witness the true face of God. Through our admonishments, her creations, can we describe her? I still wish to believe that, no matter what I see at the other end of this cave, my faith shall not be swayed. Virtues and commandments, the knowledge and wisdom she has conferred upon us, they have meaning.
I merely wish to see clearly what road the children of Kjerag have followed. Anya turns and walks into the deep cabin without the slightest hesitation, towards where her faith lies. Deck of the old Gloriana.
How long has it been now?
It says it has been 5 hours and 57 minutes since we sent our ultimatum, Your Grace.
I say I did not expect NCO to respond this way. 'Tis a pity it had to end like this. Relay the order, all men are to... That!
Your Grace, you've sent one of Kjerag's high-speed battleships.
You don't mean... How many?
Just the one, Your Grace. And without the aid of binoculars, just staying atop the deck can see it. In the distance, a battleship slowly emerges from a snow-draped valley. Its hue, that of silver ash. Perhaps everyone is thinking the same thing at that moment. This ship, no matter if you compare it to the fleet it's facing and the mountains behind it, it's rather on the small side. It's okay, it's okay. They used motion of the ocean building techniques, okay? It's not the size of the battleship, it's how you use it. It's a perfectly average sized battleship, actually. Hey! That's how normal battleships look. Your Grace, the ship's hailing us on a public frequency. My states this is Kjerag's high-speed battleship, and our captain is NCO to Silver Ash. He sends his greetings to the Victorian Duke of Castor.
Oh? What does this stunt mean? He's here to negotiate or to start a war?
He says he hopes you can have a pleasant discussion with Your Grace. He hopes his urgent thing can take place aboard Your Grace's Gloriana.
Very well. Welcome our guest aboard. Sound the little horns.
It's been a while, most esteemed Duke of Castor.
I trust that you've been well, NCO. It truly has been quite a while. Whenever a youth such as you stands before me, it's reminded me that time's fleeting. Oh, how is one meant to endure such a thing?
Yeah, internet's dying, a stream thing? Could be. My internet's been pretty funked the last, But yeah, you do not maintain streams as such. Some viewers will experience buffering. Yup, it's a my internet problem. It's a my internet problem. It's been fucked recently. Let's see if we can do anything about this. We're at normal latency, which is fairly good for that. Maybe I can check after the stream to see if bit rates and everything are proper. But yeah, that would be why, Laffy. That would be why. Oh, AT&T. Oh, you. How much time has passed? I should never forget the age you gave me at the time. Besides your kindness, what's Carl and trade?
You were far too hasty with leaving Victoria. You only remember to bring Castor's aid with you. Leaving a friendship behind. I'd even hoped that one day you would invite me to Kjerag as your guest.
But since you are here, then I should extend you a host courtesy.
Oh, courtesy! I found myself rather curious that you've been expelled from Coventry and the Silver God's bride is traitors in bed with Victoria. Then who have you come to me as?
It is simple. There's the gang. He stands alone, but with a big coat. And there's the new design. Got some drip. I am here as the sole authority of Kjerag. I shall speak for this nation as we discuss matters. A daring move.
Like Uganda, this place is huge. It's beyond imagination. Is this place really an artificial refuge?
At the very least, it was hidden by human hands.
You see the ruins that the court may have hidden here, Anya?
No, I don't.
Wait, did you hear that?
It sounds like rocks falling out of the snow.
No, it's more like, based on these readings, it's rhythmic, like
A heartbeat.
and the stone here. These veins on it are like actual blood vessels, arresting to the pulse of the sound.
How would you explain it?
My instruments are picking up biosignals. It's gonna be hard to believe, but there's only one answer. We're inside the body of a living being. But how can that be? Whoa, what is this? I nearly tripped over it.
Seems like there's some sort of statue here. I nearly bumped into it too.
Let me turn my emergency light on. Shimmering light dispels the darkness, revealing a thing is blocking their path. Huh? An ice sculpture? Why is it crawling across the ground?
It's not the only one. Look, there's another one there. It seems like there's even more of them this way. They glowed in the same way the ancient peoples of Kjerag.
Oh, sorry. That's not right.
It's not the only one. There's another one over here. Seems like there's even more of them this way. They're clothed in the same way of ancient peoples of Kjerag are described in historical records. But did those people have the techniques to sculpt this? Craft and sculpture of the time were cruder. Enya, what do you... Enya? I'm afraid that these are not statues. They're not? They are past saintesses. They are from the last time Kjeragander vanished. Those who offer themselves as sacrifices to beg her to return to Kjerag. Oh, and that's what all of these... So all those yellow sculptures are. It's all of the, like, frozen things there. It's all dead. It's all a bunch of dead women. Can you even still hear Laffy? Can you even still hear me? Or is the stream getting that bad? See if we can... See if I can fix anything here. There? That functional at all? We'll see if that does anything. After some stream is fully dead. The stream's fully dead. I guess I'll just close it and finish reading myself. The stream is just fully dead, yeah. Okay. It looks like the stream is dead. Alright. The stream's just fully dead, then I guess this will be an unceremonious end to the stream. If it is fully dead. Although definitely, hey, I mean, this means, yo, go read it for yourself.